Give them a shot to do what?
Better DJ than I was last year, though. I
disagree.
I will say that all day.
We're live, folks. So.
All right, here we are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Third annual Todd Frazier Pong event. Woo! You got Divide Live. You have Sean Brace from Fox Sports The Gambler here. We are here at Sawmill in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. And as you can hear and maybe even see, it's madness, but madness for a good cause, guys. And honestly, this trio here, we all did it last year. And guys, tell me what you think so far.
Mike Powers, since you are officially on the executive leadership committee, why don't you go first?
Yeah, look, man, this is our third year doing it. I'm proud to say we are officially over the six-figure mark of donating money.
Wow.
So 3 days of playing beer pong has equated to over $100,000 raised. I can't wait to share the number with you from this. We asked a little bit more from the participants this year, a little bit more money, but the one thing I would share with you is it's for a great cause. And, everybody came in. Obviously, it's got a buzz. This place is packed.
What causes that, Mike Powers?
The Children's Specialized Hospital.
It always helps when you put that out there, too.
New Jersey. Yeah.
Yes. You guys raised a lot of money for the Children's Specialized Hospital in New Jersey. Incredible stuff, man. Great partnership that you have started and created and continued to just thrive in. And, the events that you brought me in to be a part of, this is obviously next level. This is the one. So really cool. Congratulations. Nice work. And you guys aren't done just yet. So no celebrating, but man, that's such an unbelievable number to toss out there.
It's great. It's great. And just so you all know at home, Children's Specialized Hospital in New Jersey is the leading provider of comprehensive care for children and adolescents facing a wide range of special health challenges. They serve patients from birth to 21 years old. Like we said, they offer inpatient, outpatient services tailored to meet the unique needs of each and every child, guys. So this is 100% a great cause. A lot of the upgrades they have made over the last at least 2 years have been to events and fundraisers like this. So you will in fact see this turnaround, this money being used for a good cause. And of course, what it's about is helping and treating not just the kids, but the entire family. I mean, adolescent, these types of issues and health problems, they don't just affect the kid, they affect the entire family. And that's the approach that Children's Hospital, Specialized Hospital, that's the approach that they take when they treat families.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody from the kid to the parents involved. It's the entire family that they help out. Also, I want to just point out there's little feedback in our ears. It's not in the broadcast.
Thank God.
So just deal with it. Fight through it. Some of us are pros. One of us. But Chucky is going nuts. Maybe we could move that speaker to the right. But anyway, look, I've been fortunate enough to meet a lot of these families. Gabby's family and I went on a tour last year to a ton of different events for the Children's Hospital. And it was really, really amazing stuff. So seeing the impact of the way they treat her brother, the way they treat the dad, it would be the most helpless feeling in the world to know that you couldn't help your child, and to have this hospital there to help you help your family. It's tremendous.
Over 40,000 kids, she said, yearly?
A year. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And all that, and ranked number one, guys, ranked number one in treatment nationwide. So a huge number, obviously competitive spirit, real party atmosphere here. Everybody's having fun, always, because it is a good cause. So this is great, guys. And honestly, all three of us are fathers. I mean, this is the type of support we would want. God forbid our kid needed to be treated. So that's exactly what we're striving for here.
Well, that's Ty. Thank you very much.
It's getting better.
I did not think I was going to make it through that.
I saw Sean went cross-eyed for about 3
like,
seconds. I thought it was over. He's going down.
I'm about to jump in the ocean. Now, I do want to give a quick shout out if I could. There is one gentleman brave enough to wear a Brian Dawkins jersey here. So
Oh my God!
shout out to that guy. You don't see many Philly fans up this way, this neck of the woods. But bottom line is he's a brave individual rocking the Dawkins jersey. We like that. The silent auction, there's also an AJ Brown. And one thing that caught my eye, $600 for the AJ Brown that's autographed.
Yeah.
Start. Also, Patrick Mahomes. Catch a pass from Patrick Mahomes on May 23rd. I have it, the picture. The starting bid is at $25K, boys.
That's crazy.
$25K to play catch with Patrick Mahomes.
One catch. There we go. Just one now.
Just one.
I imagine you get a lot more than one catch for that type. But again, guys, I mean, what is it all about? That's a pretty high bid. That's above my price range. But at the same time, all this money's going towards a good cause.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whether you want the Mike Tyson photo, the signed jersey, you want to catch a pass, the silent auction is live.
A lot of
And
vacations,
remember,
too.
A lot of vacations. A lot of vacations.
10-day vacations, bro.
They know what they're doing. It's the middle of January. They're trying to get you somewhere warm right now.
My wife is in a lose-lose situation right now. She's playing against Todd. So either Todd's going to get eliminated or she's going to get eliminated. So
I'm looking at. I got a good view at the table right now. Todd and Mark have 3 cups left. Your wife only has 1 cup left. So I don't know. I think the odds are in Todd's favor right now.
all right.
I'm actually participating this year.
are,
Mike Powers has me in the event, in the Pong Tournament.
Yeah.
Who am I teaming up with again, Mike?
So it was originally Dan Vega. You're actually going to be with my brother Carl.
Oh,
from,
nice.
From PC Richard and Son.
Love it.
Huge sponsor for the 3rd year in a row. So shout outs to PC Richard and Son, family owned and operated since 1909. Been in business for over 125 years.
I know we said this was all in good fun, Sean, but if you come back to this table a loser, I don't know what's going to happen.
So
Grace is laughing at my plug.
the last time I played Pong was probably here last year. All right. But before that, it doesn't happen quite often. Let's just put it that way. And all I do know is this. You know what? I got, no pressure on me. I'm going to feel loose. I might actually hit a couple cups. How's Carl's game?
Carl's got the length. He's tall.
All right,
so
good.
He's in that 6-foot range. Last year, everybody who plays first, second, or third was over 6'4".
It's a good call. You're right about that. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
guys.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. There's so many people that come out every single time. Mark Montanaro from Autoland is always there for us. Eat Clean Bro. I saw Jamie. He's playing with Zach Clayton. There's just so many people, and it's just a really, really cool thing to see. It's unique. A lot of people do like golf outings and stuff like that. This is something different.
Oh, I dig this.
Yeah.
In the middle of January,
Yep.
Todd said something that caught my attention. He said, it's an opportunity for us to raise money and get back to being a kid again.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't play Pong. I do, like we were trying to set something up about a couple weeks ago. We were bringing something up at something in the future.
Right.
And I did say, I like the way that they run this.
Yeah.
And you guys do a great job. It's organized, a little chaotic, which I like as well. And at the same time, again, it's fun. It's Pong. It's what it's all about.
And even if you're not playing, I mean, there's people that literally bought tickets to stand here and watch and support the cause. So that's the type of atmosphere it is. People pay to come in to donate just to stand and watch and hang out and watch everybody have a good time. Not everybody here is competing, but that's the type of atmosphere it is. Like you said, Sean, chaotic but fun. I'll take it.
Todd's kind of a big deal.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
This is his place, man. Tom's River.
I was born in Tom's River too.
There
Why
we
isn't
go.
that not my
There we
place?
go.
This is Brooklyn.
Between the
That
Tom's
is
River
his
over
Brooklyn.
here and the Brooklyn over here, guys, I'm trapped in the middle of this. I really am.
Oh, man.
There we go.
You interviewed J-Mac the other day. You mentioned it. I laugh when he
Oh,
does it.
I
'cause,
love it. Yeah. I lived for 3 years in Tom's River. I got to find out because my old man and my mom had a hoagie shop called Subs and Stuff. And I got to find out exactly where that location was. There's no shot in hell my mom knows. God rest my dad's soul. He's passed away for a few years now. So I can't hit him up. I need to find out where that location was. Subs and Stuff.
You never tried to Google it or anything? Or try
No.
to... I mean, if you do it now, something live.
When
will
I
pop up.
drove in, I go, you know what? I wonder where that was. So it was either we were in Tom's River, but he lived in Kearney, so I don't know. But subs and stuff, if you know out there, hit me up.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Just be my wife.
Wasn't even close. I saw it. It wasn't even
It's her
close.
birthday tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday. Here you go.
You want to know what I got her?
Nothing. Nothing. So she had the big one a few years ago. All right, she can relax a bit. Plus, she's out celebrating right now. I mean, she just lost, but it's still a celebration.
That was easy. So
Oh man, guys.
Look, we're gonna roll in some donors, some doctors, some families that are involved in here. So I'm gonna go try to get some of them,
All right.
and then we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Sounds
Take a
like a
quick
plan.
break.
Yep.
Quick break. All right. Good intro, good plug.
Getting past that first round is tough, you guys. Come on, baby. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. All right, what's happening here? We're down to one cup over here. Hey, let's go. We got some work to do. Let's go. All right, we got one-on-one right here. Number 15. 1-1, baby. Okay. Now this redemption round, you can find mulligans too. Yeah, when we get to the finals, it's gonna be crazy how many people keep finding redemption. They're like, I'm not losing. I'm not losing. We might have to make a rule right before the final round. So you gotta buy it ahead of time. And so if you take two, you just get to shoot first in overtime. All right. Ball game, get it, ball game, get it. You got 2 minutes. Okay, one shot. But we're not in overtime yet. You can keep shooting, yeah. No, this is multiple mulligans, multiple shots. I'm talking, man, for the kids. It's a technical. I know that. Here we go. Here we go. On a mulligan. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's more. He's not going out the first round. This is like me buying baseball cards. I just keep buying them. $100 for overtime. To the kids. To the kids. Good job. Make them do that again so they keep supporting the kids. Thank you guys for making them spend more money. Come on, come on, come on. I love it, I love it. Guys, it's the spirit of the game. What's your team name? I understand it now. They just made their opponents spend $100 to keep it going. It's for the kids. You guys, we spent a lot of money in this place in our childhood, okay? We're used to it. Remember when the DJ booth was up here? Good times. All right. Signing off is live. It is ready for you. We're buying 50/50s, $20 a pop. If you need a koozie for your cup, we got them up here. We got a tight one on table 4. Come on, girls. Table 3's fighting for their life.
Just like Donnie Walker.
All right, so we got an open single at table 5. We're going to get somebody up there. Table 5. What do you got? Okay, I'm sorry. We got it. You let me know if you need me to call it. My bad, I got ahead of myself. Okay, table 1. We need three Brett Gardner and Autoland 2. All right, on table 1. Free Brett Gardner and Autoland 2.
How we doing? What's happening? Sean, good to see you again. Yeah, that's mine's underneath. Yeah.
The people on the right side, I don't know if you had a chance to play yet, right? Okay, we gotta get you on some tables. I see what you're saying. All right, that's what we gotta do. Is table 16 open? We'll get 2 more people. Okay, why don't we go with the Keaton Bros and Bucillus. Keaton Bros. You want to go to the table? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to go with you guys next. Tables, what table is that? Let's go with 16. Let's go with Garden State Bids and Lashes and Lipstick. I'm sorry, guys. Keep drinking. Garden State Bids, Lashes and Lipstick. You're up on table 16. Keaton Bros. When table 2 opens up, you're there. When table 2 opens up, you're there. With Bucillus. Table 16 is Garden State Bids, Lashes and Lipstick. Let me know if there's a table that's open, guys. Another table. What number? Is that 11? Okay. Table 11. Exactly you want. Okay, hold on. All right, you know what? Let's do. Table 13, the Gambler at 609. Get up there. And on 11, we're going to go ahead and put, we're just going to put that there. Not that one. They already played. So Juicy Tents, Vodka, and SDR. You're going to table 11. Two, Juicy Tits Vodka 2, and SPR, table 11. Oh. Table 13, we're going Gambler 609. All right, Gambler 609, you're on 13. Italian Stallion and We Still Got It on table 6. Hey, Zach Attack, come here. We need Team Zach Attack, come here. Zach Attack, come on up. Let him wrap it. All right, redemption round is an opportunity. Go see our people up front if you want to get in the redemption round. Hey, table 10, we're going 2 dabs, 1 cup. This is the Juicy Tits Vodka. Number 1. Juicy Tits Vodka, 2 dabs, 1 cup, beer 10. All right, if you played 1 round, you're on break. We're not going to round 2 for a minute. So if you want to take a little break, we got to get a lot of teams to play. That's all. All right, only 4 spots left in the redemption round. Oh, damn. Bro, why not play a PC Richard? That's awesome. So you're telling me there's a chance. All right, any open tables? Are there any open tables? Okay. All Let's keep it going. We got 4 spots left for the redemption round. If you are like my team and you suck in the first round, you got a shot. You got to give us a shot. To do what? To redeem yourself. Frazier Pong, baby. Children's Specialized Hospital. 1-800-AUTOLAND. The Divide Live. We got PC Richards doing their thing for like 5,000 years. They did business. Fresh New England, baby. Big game, Chucky High, DJ photo, video. Fire in the hole. Looking for a good time?
It seems a lot busier
We'll
than
hit up those divorce parties too. Whatever you need, we got you. We're all kind of
Chucky. You want to play devil's advocate? Do both.
2 mics. He has 2 mics now.
Now he's going to be in our ears twice.
Check.
Chucky Gookins, aka Chucky Hype, aka owner of Fresh New Angle.
Chuck, you can hear us okay?
I hear you guys great.
Perfect. First of all, Chuck, thanks for doing this. I mean, Jersey boy heard about this opportunity. We kind of floated it out there to see if he wanted to help. And it was a no questions asked. You didn't even ask the day, the time, or whatever. You were just like, I'm in.
Listen, you boys are fabulous at what you do, and anytime you ask me to do anything, I'm jumping because first off, I appreciate both of you and the work you do, and what people don't even know about the benevolency of both of you and your show, and you're just great human beings. But I'm glad to be a part of it. Let's go.
No, we appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. And right back at you. Obviously, you guys hear the party and the chaos in the background, and I'd say 98% of that is due to you and what you're playing right now and how you guys operate. So Fresh New Angle. Chuck, if you want to just talk about the business real quick before we start talking about why we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate that, fellas. So yeah, Fresh New Angle Events, we're a full service event company. We specialize in DJ, photo, video, photo booths, production, all that stuff. We're a good time. We like to kind of make it easy for our brides and grooms, brides and brides, whoever's looking to throw a good time. You want to do your quinceañera? We're in. Mitzvahs, sweet 16s, we're in. Whatever.
I just heard you say divorce party. We're doing divorce parties now.
Hey, listen, man, there's a market. That sounds like a good time. It does.
Hey, A-Rod, we're doing funerals now.
You know what? That was a good time when you guys got me, got us on with Alex Rodriguez a couple of years ago too. But awesome sauce.
No, yeah, man. Look, like I want to shout outs to you real quick. You've definitely raised more money with your mouth. That sounds terrible. Than anybody else here.
It sounds delicious. And you're welcome, America.
Chucky, go back to hyping up everybody. Thank you, Mikey V. Look, you got a great crew, man. I'm not gonna lie. You did Corey's wedding.
You did.
You did my buddy Timmy's wedding. And I've been a part of the Fresh New Angle family for a very long time. You bring percussion, you bring photography. It's just a whole total package. The one thing I like that you did today, you told one of my dear friends, Kate, from the hospital, like, hey, it's worth sitting down with me. Even if you don't buy anything, I'll teach you the lay of the land.
No, I appreciate it, guys. And listen, let's get back to why we're here. Obviously, the Children's Specialized Hospital, this is an amazing organization. They're doing big things, and I know you got a lot to say about it. And I want to thank Todd
Frazier, the Todd father. We've been around for years. I used to be the fourth wheel when his dad was pitching batting practice over at the Little League field. He'd be throwing to his three boys, Charlie, Jeff, and Todd, and I'd be like, "Can I play?" And they're like, "I guess so, but first you got to shag."
Yeah. That's in Frazier. That is such a Frazier move. No, yeah, we're on a call and he's like, I saw Gookins at a pizzeria. Get him involved, Mike. And I was like, all right, man, I'll call him right now.
That's the sentence I wanted. I saw Gookins at a pizzeria. There's not a more New Jersey sentence than that one right there. I swear. But listen, I mean, you hit it on the head. I mean, just talk about community in general and all the ties. It's New Jersey. Everybody knows everybody, and I think we're all here to support. And we're supporting the Children's Specialized Hospital. And now, Chuck, you've been here as playing in the tournament. You're here now helping out, and you know what it's all about. I mean, this money goes towards everything, guys. Inpatient programs, outpatient services, specialty programs, pediatric care, long-term, short-term. I mean, they do it all. And I think that's why it's so important and why we continue to help and promote, because without this, someone suffers, and that's not what we want, especially when we're talking about kids. You're a father, I'm a father. We're invested. We know what it's like. I mean, Jesus, my kid stubs her toe, and I freak out. I can't imagine anything more serious than that. I mean, it's just
the worst, and my heart goes out and my prayers go out, and I do want to make sure that the people that are going through it right now, that we love you, and we are here for you. We care, and our prayers and thoughts are with your families during these this very hard time, and we're just hopeful that we can provide a little bit of relief. But God bless you, your families, and God bless what we're doing here. You guys at the Give Us a Shot Network and the Divide Live. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, buddy. Get back to it. Go ahead and keep these people hyped, buddy. That's what it's all about.
Let's go.
All right, Chuck Gookins, fresh new angle. And here we are. How you doing, Corey? Matt, good to meet you. All right, Matt.
All right, listen, here's a lot of.
Let me get my little mic stand here.
We don't get
My mic stand and my notes.
We stay like.
Matt Skirby, right?
That's Kirby.
All right, Matt. Good to meet you. Obviously, Matt, let's jump right in. We know why we're here. But I like to hear everybody's backstory. Let me in a little bit. Talk to me about how you joined the board of trustees here at Children's Specialized Hospital.
Yeah. So it was about 7 years ago. I know that because my son is 10. When he was 3, he wound up in the hospital with a pretty acute respiratory issue. Was in hospital for 9 days, ICU for 5 days. He actually never went over to Children's Specialized Hospital, but that was it was an eye-opening experience for me, just having to be in the hospital for that long, worrying. I mean, it was a pretty significant issue. We weren't sure if he was actually going to make it through or not. So, just understanding that, the worst thing for a child is to be in the hospital and have to go through that. Children should be children.
Right.
They shouldn't have to spend that time in the hospital. And it just really galvanized me that I needed to do more.
And what specifically made you, because you just said, your son, you weren't at the Children's Specialized Hospital. So what made you choose this particular organization?
Look, the Children's Specialized Hospital, their mission, the kids that they help, the complexity of the care that they have to deal with and offer. These are the children with the most challenging issues. And, I had known about them. I grew up in New Jersey, grew up, 5 miles away from the hospital in New Brunswick. And so I knew of them, but when I really started learning about the care that they were giving, it was a no-brainer for me. I just had to get involved.
Absolutely.
So Matt, as a dad, I want to go back to where, you being able to help your child is important. Protect them from things that happen to you in your childhood, and just being able to provide and protect is a big deal as a parent, right? So the one thing I admire about the hospital, and the thing I notice is they treated Gabby, right? But they also treated Gabby's dad. They also treated Gabby's brother, and mother. So it's really cool that the hospital really transcends and says, hey, we got to fix the family. And ironically, my opinion is the child going through the issue is typically the strongest at that point.
Totally.
Yeah. So
totally. Yeah. Look, it is traumatic for the whole family and you have a child in the hospital. And I think looking back on it, the people that were most impacted by it were the siblings, right? I had 3 kids. I had one in the hospital. At that moment, you feel like you just need to focus 100% of your effort on that child that's in the hospital.
Right.
And it's those other kids, those siblings that are like, trying to find their way and what is my place in this situation. And so, the way the Children's Specialized Hospital really focuses on the entire family. And look, we had a shorter term issue. We were in and out in 9 days. Some of these kids are in for months.
Right.
Sometimes years, right? In the long-term care unit, they're in for years. And it's really tough on the entire family. And Children's does a great job of really focusing the effort, not just on the child that needs the care, but on the whole family.
And how does it feel to give those moments back to those families? Like, honestly, like, does it warm your heart? Like, what makes every day when you're involved with the hospital, like, what's the one thing that spark and warm makes you feel like, hey, I want to keep doing this?
Yeah, I've met a lot of the parents, just going through tours of the hospital and being inside the hospital, several times a year. And every parent that I meet, you think that their kid's in the hospital, it's a tough time, they're going to have a little bit of anger. They are so grateful for the care that's being provided. And try to put myself in their shoes as a parent. You don't know how to treat your child for this, right? Parents want to do everything to protect their kids, and they're a little helpless at that point. They don't know how to fix this.
Yeah.
And they're surrounded by a team of people that know how to fix this, and their child may not get to 100%, but they're going to be the best version of themselves as they can. And really, the parents that I've met have been so grateful for that care. It energizes me every time I go there and I meet those parents to just have to do more.
Yeah, I mean, you're in this position now, and for good reason. You're applying this. You went through a similar experience. You have that feel good feeling. You're meeting these parents, knowing that the work you're doing, is leading to something good. Whether it's slowly, whether it's a quick turnaround, short term, long term. I just give everybody listening, give them one reason. I know this is kind of a loaded question, but give them one reason on why they should donate to Children's Specialized Hospital.
Yeah. Look, Children's Specialized Hospital treats around 40,000 kids a year, and that's amazing. We estimate that there's 200,000 kids just in the state of New Jersey that could benefit from this kind of care, and we'd love to treat them all. We don't have the capacity to treat them all yet, right? It takes more facilities, takes more doctors, takes more money, frankly, to treat all those kids. And that's what drives the foundation board every day. We're just, we're trying to go 5X. And how do we get to 5X? And it's events like these and the support from all the people that come out and do stuff like this and give generously that really helps us to do what we do to try to get to that 5X.
It's amazing.
Man. It is. I mean, and honestly, and you see it and you talk to a lot of the people here, they came just for the cause, not really affected in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we do have stories like yours and others that are walking around and just talking about it. But I would say more than half the people here are just for this cause and this type of and this isn't the only type of fundraiser you guys do. It's not just this event. There's been gala events and golf outings and even if you want to support the support, guys, definitely Children's Specialized Hospital, donate. You don't have to do these events. You don't have to leave the house, but just give anything you can to help because you don't want it to be your own kid, but if it happens to be your own kid that's in this situation, you at least want to know they're in good hands, and that's what Children's Specialized Hospital does.
Absolutely. The website's up 24/7, 365. You can donate anytime. Definitely, any amount that you can give is extremely helpful, and we're striving to become the system already is the best system in the world. No joke, the best system in the world for specialized care. But again, we need to make it 5X. We got to get to the kids that need the help.
And the easiest way to do that, guys, go to the website, www.give2sch.org. That's give, the number 2sch.org. Matt, thank you for sitting down. Go have some fun, enjoy the day, and let's raise some money.
Thank you so much.
Mulligans. $50 for a redo.
No, thank you.
Okay, we got a couple tables ready to come out right now. Table 3, we made it to the next round. Screw Red. Scooby Screws. Scurvy, whatever. Fisher, table 3. Scurvy, Fisher, and Scurvy, table 3. We got Marshmallow and the Glory Days, table 4. Scurvy and Fisher, table 3. Marshmallow and Glory Days. We got the Ball Washers and Family 2 on table 5. Todd, number 16, Todd. I need you at table 16, Todd. Okay. We want to illuminate and big red. Table 6. Illuminate and big red, table 6. Illuminate and big red on table 6. Red. Yankees and Jersey Freeze, table 7.
Where do you want me to go?
Right, you can go.
On the go advertising and right go, table 8.
Right.
So we're good. Table 3, we got 2.
The good news is it sounds a lot better on the street.
It
than
does.
the-
It does.
You can't even hear Chucky.
This is it's super.
Yeah. So, I'm going to cut this clip 3, 2, 1. We are live with Dr. Matthew McDonald. You can't hear? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ty's gonna turn it up a little bit. It's
All right.
super.
Let's go 3, 2, 1. Corey, you could start it off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking here with Matt McDonald. Second year. You look great, by the way. It's been a year since I've seen you. You walked in, I'm like, is that Matt? I think it's Matt. But you're sitting down, President and CEO of Children's Specialized Hospital. We all know we've been kind of sending it out minute after minute. We all know why we're here. But Matt, do us just a favor and just tell us a little bit about Children's Specialized Hospital and the work specifically that they do and that you help them do.
Thanks, Gordon. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here today and everybody turning out for the Frazier Pong event. Children's Specialized, in a nutshell, has a sole purpose, which is to help children with special healthcare needs or unique healthcare challenges reach their full potential. And we are, in fact, one of the nation's leaders in pediatric rehabilitation care. But across our network of services, everything we do is aimed toward helping kids that need a lot of extra help some days.
I love, what I love, and what I've also heard a lot today is just nation's leader in care, and that's everybody. When they first walk in here, they think this is a New Jersey thing, New Jersey benefiting, the type of organization around this area or the tri-state area, and you just hear the word, it leads the nation in these types of care and these types of facilities, and that's amazing. I mean, it really takes something that people think is home, our home here, and just broadens it to really see how much of an impact we really do.
Yeah, the amazing part about Children's Specialized, which sometimes we all take for granted, is it is here in New Jersey. It's of New Jersey. It's for New Jersey. But it's a really special place in that not every state has access to the care that Children's Specialized provide, be it the inpatient rehab in New Brunswick or taking care of children and individuals with autism across the whole state. It's not something that I take for granted, because if you look outside of New Jersey, that niche isn't always there. Even in cities and states that have otherwise great healthcare, Children's Specialized really serves an important purpose. But we are the nation's leader in inpatient rehab, and we often do take children and young adults who matriculate in from out of state or from faraway places just to seek the care that's provided in our place. It's pretty amazing.
You know what blows my mind? The community like that reaches out to the entire hospital. So it's such a New Jersey feeling to have eClean Bro at all these things. Mark Montanaro at these events. You know, BC Richard and Son. It's their third time in the Pong event as a sponsor. What does it mean to you when guys like Jamie and the community, Todd Frazier, like want to do good for the kids, and also like it just brings it all in and allows you to operate the way you do and be the leader because you have all the support from the community?
Well, you know, you hit on an amazing thing for me, Mike. It's a couple things in that regard. Firstly, when guys like, I'm looking at Mark Montanaro and Todd and Jamie, when they show up, first thing, outside of all the things Children's Specialized does, it's really inspiring to know that in the world where volunteerism is dropping off, or we wonder about the next generation, these guys just show up out of the goodness of their heart and to support a cause. And as the CEO and the person that's responsible for everything that goes on within our walls and beyond, it's humbling to know that people put in trust with their philanthropy or with their support. And then lastly, taking care of children with special health care needs, sometimes we're not necessarily able to provide what we would hope to provide based on the business operations of the day. And so the other special part for me is that the folks that show up on days like today at the Frazier Pong event, or people like you that show up on every other day in the year, that enables us to close a gap for the kids and to provide care that's not just good but great, and to provide services that I'm not so sure we'd be able to offer if not for the support of people like those you just mentioned.
I know it's hard to pick one, but is there a most recent accomplishment from you and your team that you'd like to share with the audience that you're most proud of?
I think that, that's probably the toughest question of the day.
It's like picking your favorite kid.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
If my children are listening at home, I love you equally and the same, and you both bring different strengths. And I have no favorite. And at the hospital, it's really difficult to answer that question. I'm blessed because on any given Friday, I can look at a list of accomplishments even week to week. Letters from patients, grateful patients. This last week, one of the big accomplishments is that we published in a nationally renowned journey some of the outcomes that we provide to kids in New Brunswick in one of our specialized programs. Last year in 2024, I guess my favorite recent accomplishment is that all in, we served over 44,000 children. That's a record-breaking year for Children's Specialized, and I think it's one of the greatest accomplishments, because if you know that you're out there helping more and more children, that means that you're recreating all those moments that I get to see every week.
That's beautiful, man. This was my first official year around the world with the Children's Hospital. I'm looking for the next trip around the world with you guys in this year and doing great things in 2025.
Yeah, well,
so,
real quick, I want to talk about future just before we let you go. I mean, tell us, like, we're doing this for the future. What's next? What's next? What does the future look like for these specialized pediatric programs?
Yeah, so the future generally for me is always aimed at closing the gap on unmet needs from the patients and families' perspective. So we set out on journeys through 3-year strategic plans. 2025 is the last of 3 years of that strategic plan. But generally speaking, we're aiming to serve more children, to make sure that they have access to the kids they need. Directionally looking to serve 50,000 children. But also, we're looking to close the gap within the patient populations that we serve. So, to give you an example, we help over 10,000 children with autism every year. And we know that
in that population of kids, they still have services that are not available to them, particularly and especially important to the children's specialized team. If you weren't born on third base, as my dad would say, if you have Medicaid or you are a vulnerable population as is, we're looking to stand up new programs that children with autism need and don't have access today, today, unless of course you have $1,000 cash in your pocket and you can pay out of the run.
Right.
So that'll be something we're looking for in 2025. But generally speaking, we're just trying to close the gap, meet the unmet need of children with special health care needs, which is not necessarily easy work, but always core to the direction and the strategy that we provide.
Well, we appreciate it. You guys can help us close that gap. Head right to the website, www.give2csh.org. That's give2csh.org. Matt, thank you so much for sitting down. Let's get out there and have some fun.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you, man.
No, thank you.
I know it sounds like chaos, but it sounds so good on the recording. Yeah, it's like stadium, like where the think about like football, like where they're announcing. You can't hear, like you hear the background, but you can't hear it.
Screaming into the mic.
No, you're great. You're great. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
We gotta donate. We gotta sign up. Register delegates. Get involved in 50-50.
Oh yeah.
I'll stick
Oh, here we go. Charlie. And Ross and the team, let's go. Okay, against each other, let's go. What's it? 15? We got a showdown here. Table 15. Lock in, baby.
Too much faith. No, I mean, even everybody's saying it.
The good news is we can't hear them. You can hear them in the headphones, but they can't hear them on the street.
Jamie from East Cleveland lost his mind. He goes, I feel like I have an M16 going off.
No, nobody can hear you.
All right, Mark, let's get into it. I feel like if anybody's a fan of this show, they know who you are. But let's go ahead. Mark Montanaro, president of 100 Autoland, chairman of the Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation Board of Trustees. You are the presenting sponsor of this particular event, the Frazier Pong Tournament. Mark, we know your charitable efforts, but I really want to know, because it's a blur to me, everything runs together. How long have you been involved in Children's Specialized Hospital right now? How long has it been?
12 years.
12?
About 12 years.
Oh, my God. Now this is, I mean, and it kind of comes as a shock. You know, this is my third year of even hearing about it. So to hear that you've been involved for 12 years with them before all these events, to know that you're that deep rooted, that's got to be pretty incredible just for you to stay with. It's got to be an amazing organization for you to pretty much give those 12 years.
Well, it's a blessing. You know, my wife and I, our whole family, the whole dealership, all the associates. It's such a blessing to be a part of this.
What makes it so special?
The kids. I mean, listen, let me tell you something. These kids inspire us. And like I tell everybody all of the time, I know everybody is so generous, but if you can give, no matter what it is, don't wait until you have to. Do it when you don't have to. you don't have to wait for a family member or a neighbor. We're all one community, so we have to reach out. We got to help these 40,000 plus kids that are right in our area now, and help their families. It really goes a long way.
You know what's also inspiring though? Doing good. And I've noticed it get contagious. When we were here 1 year ago, you were in the booth with us. Now, I can't tell you how many times Jamie and Clean Bro has helped. You know, we've convinced PC Richardson to get involved. All these other people are getting involved, and it all stems from Mark Montanaro. And I know you're not here for that. You're not here for that, but you are now creating the leaders of the future. And somebody needs to give you your flowers for that. And I'm here to do that for you, Mark, because you do so good for this community. It's not even funny. You're always, how can I give back? We have phone calls. And you're like, Mike, how can I help you? You know, like that's the type of person you are, and it's contagious. And it makes every single person in this room want to be a better person. So I got to thank you for that.
Well, that's a very big statement. I'm very humbled by that. We're very, like I said, we're really blessed. We got Dave and Christine West from the Fortis. They're rock stars. We're lucky. Team Autoland put 2 teams in it this year, and we have Carly and Gabby playing, who are, by the way, rock stars, former patients, and they are leading by example. They are giving back. They are a part of it. They're out there playing. It's just an incredible. You talk about inspiration. That's who inspires me.
Yeah.
And honestly, with this attitude that you have and just knowing you as a person, and this isn't a show for the cameras, for the lights, this is really how you are, just a giving individual. That's what we want in a chairman for the Children's Specialized Hospital. So I want to know, what are you looking to accomplish as chairman for this organization?
Well, what we're looking to do, honestly, is have a humble swagger. We want to we want to raise as much money as we can, because there's never enough. We don't just treat the kids; we treat the entire family. We make it about the whole family. When the kids come into physical therapy, we include their siblings. We want everybody to be a part of it.
I love that humble swagger. I absolutely love it.
You got to have that.
I mean, this is a loaded question. Just if you could give one reason, tell somebody out there, give them a reason to donate, what would that be?
You're going to save lives. You're going to change lives. You're going to just close your eyes, and you're going to see a family smiling, because I tell you, I've lived it. I live it every day. I see my best friend in life, who passed away 2 years ago at 59 years old, that broke his neck when we were kids. And I watched him and his family go through this, and his own brother and his nephew were playing in the tournament today. His name is Ricky Noyox. I love him, best man at my wedding, and that's the face I see when we
that's unreal. Absolutely unreal. Guys, you know what to do. www.give2csh.org. Give2csh.org. Easiest way to donate.
And give back to people who give back. So if you're in the need of a new car, check out 1-800-AUTOLAND. Help Mark Monero. Keep helping kids.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mark, I don't want to hold you any longer. Let's go have some fun. Let's raise some money. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Honestly, with all sincerity, I love you guys. You guys are incredible. You guys just give so much, and we really, really, really appreciate it.
Like Mike said, we appreciate that. It's contagious. It's contagious.
We do whatever we want.
Thanks, bud.
We go from Monturkey to Royal Awesomeness, Latin songs in the land. Let's get weird. Nobody tells me any requests for the plan. We're doing this for free, so don't ask.
All right. Hi, Nicole. Corey, good to meet you. I'm you, Matt Mike. So this is the Bye-Bye. We're on Fox Sports The Gambler. It's a Philly radio station. But of course, they play the podcast. So just so you're aware.
Nobody knows the words. Nobody knows the words.
In the computer, even if it seems like it's not.
We're celebrating
Chucky's going nuts.
It's a lot. Nicole Termel.
Yes.
Perfect. Look at that. First drive. All right, everybody. We are sitting down with Nicole Termel, Children's Specialized Hospital outpatient operations for adopted Children's Specialized Hospital patients. Is that correct?
No, so I'm the outpatient operations director at Children's Specialized Hospital located in Eatontown, New Jersey.
That's okay. All right, we got it. Amazing work that Children's Specialized Hospital does. I'm told that your family has a very interesting story that kind of centers around Children's Specialized Hospital.
It does. I came to work at Children's Specialized Hospital in the early 1990s, almost 32 years ago at this point. And after a bout of some infertility issues, my husband and I decided to adopt our children. So my daughter, who is now 32, was a patient of the long-term care facility in Toms River. I was her therapist for the first 3.5, 4 years of her life, and then we decided to move forward with adoption. So we adopted her, and then several years later, we decided to expand our family. Going through the DCP&P agency, we requested another child, and we were matched with our son, who, unbeknownst to us at the time, was a resident of the Mountainside Long-Term Care Facility initially. So both of our kids and our family are formed from former patients of children.
Oh my God, that's an amazing. So I'm getting teary-eyed. That's awesome. That is absolutely. God bless. You are, my God. Now,
They could prep you for something like that, give you notes, but hearing it from your lips it's unreal.
and I mean, you can see it, and you guys will be able to see it when you watch as well. But just telling that story, and you still have that light in your eye, like just amazing and happy as can be. I'm sure.
And I was really blessed to bring my kids to this event today. They're here.
They're here.
They're not kids. They're, adults. They're young adults. But they wanted to be a part of this because they know how important it is for people to donate to children's in order to help kids like them, to help individuals and families who really want to help the community and help the children who are most at need.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Tell us about outpatient services at Children's Special. Like, what makes it special?
So outpatient services, we're able to serve children of all ages, birth to 21, of all kinds of disabilities, challenges, and whatnot. We service children who might have a torticollis or neck shortening when they're infants. We can work with children who have Down syndrome, cerebral palsy. We work with children with autism. We work with adolescents who have orthopedic issues. So the whole range of pediatric difficulties, not just disabilities, but any kind of difficulty that they might have, we can service in outpatient. They come to us, we service them for a short period of time, and then they go home. So it's a little bit different than our inpatient units where they are with us for an extended period of time and they reside with us, but rather you come get the services you need. And by having outpatient services across the state, we're able to serve children throughout the state.
Absolutely unreal and amazing. I mean, again, and like you said before, the more stories you hear from it, you expect these amazing outcomes. And you said all the way back in the 90s. Yeah, I know this, again, I say it all the time, this is kind of a loaded question here, but like, does anything ever cease to amaze you about just the possibility of care and the type of care that you guys do?
Really, nothing ceases to amaze me. Children's has really rolled with the punches over the years. When I started in the early 90s, we were 2 sites. We were Mountainside and Toms River. And we've grown to 13 sites across the organization, across the state. We have services that range from early intervention for birth to 3, where they go to the home. We have a school-based services center now where we have therapists who go into the schools. We have outpatient services. We have services for severe behavior and severe feeding difficulties, as well as all of the inpatients, all of the great outcomes that we're able to achieve from there.
Oh my goodness.
If you wanted to tell the audience just one little sentence of why they should donate to the Children's Specialized Hospital, what would that be?
I think it is just, if you know someone, and I think everybody knows someone who has a child who has special needs of some sort. This organization has kept me here for 32 years because of all the great work it does for the community. You don't know who's receiving care, and by just being grateful for what you have, if you don't have a child with special needs, or if you know someone who does need our services. I think Children's is the best place to be at this point.
You got me
That's-
ready to run through a wall.
Seriously,
I'm
that's
ready
all
all
you
in.
need, guys. www.give2csh.org. That's give2csh.org. Nicole, you're like Mike said, I was motivated here now, but I am more than motivated. Your story is absolutely fantastic, and it's just from a place of giving. You're the best.
Absolutely, and thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
That is absolutely unbelievable. Oh my God.
And it's literally your whole family from the organization.
You're an amazing individual. I'm sure you hear that all the time.
So the feed sound, our headphones sound terrible. The feed's perfect.
Okay.
It sounds great. Think of it like a stadium where they're like craziness is going back,
but
and
we're
you can
good
still
folks.
hear Tom Brady.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
had to do this before though. So
I like it.
It's so great. Like honestly, we're gonna start in 3 seconds, but you guys are awesome. I love watching Jack
Thank you.
shredding,
Hell yeah.
all that stuff. So
he's out doing it right now.
Yeah.
Crushing it today right now.
yeah,
In Massachusetts.
did you see Francis Ellis was talking about kids snowboarding?
Oh,
Yeah, it's good.
And I was like, I hope he tries that on your kid because he'd get rocked.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
backflips is the next thing that they're gonna try.
So yeah, we're gonna count back 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
I'll intro and then we'll go from there. So 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back here at the Todd Frazier 3rd Annual Pong Tournament, sponsored by 1-800-AUTOLAND. I'm here with my favorite couple. I just told them that off the air. The West, Christine and David West. What's going on?
Not much. Great to be here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Best day of the year.
We got some breaking news. Should we get into that first?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Give us this.
So somebody joined the chair in the last couple months, right? So you're
Voted on.
voted on
Voted
the
in.
board. So everything weighs heavy on you now.
Yeah, no, I get to be more involved
Yeah,
as it started from this event 3 years ago, which
Right.
is really cool how it all happened.
that's awesome. You want to share that with the audience? I know you've said it a lot.
Yeah,
but-
no, I mean, I've been boys with Todd forever. So between sports, just friendship in general, got brought to this event. That's how I met Matt McDonald. We ended up at, outside of one of the bars down the street. He's in a fedora. I joking around. We're having beers. We're having a great time. And later, they're like, that's the CEO of Children's. Come on. So we got involved hyper fast. We made a nice pledge from our practice together for Children's, and it's been moving forward quick since. As you said, I've been on the board. So 3 years passed, very involved, helping out, and it's been amazing venture.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What have you guys done as the ultimate power couple? What, like Todd's event's unique, right? Like a lot of people do golf outings and stuff like that. But this is a unique one. I know you guys are always there. There's never a time I'm asked to go somewhere and the West aren't. Whether it's for, I'm dead serious. Like, whether it's the Field of Dreams in Bailey, or it's, I'm trying to think the farm. Yeah, I did not golf. I'm not that great of a golfer. That it intimidated me
It's good though.
so much, man. Like, and also they put on the golf cart, they had like the horn on the left, so I kept putting my foot there, and I'm driving Gabby's
In people's
family.
backswings.
So my only job was to drive Gabby's family around. Gabby's dad's like, "You're not driving anymore."
Yeah,
Morning,
no.
everybody.
It was, dude. Guy was on the probably going for par or birdie. I hit the horn. He's like, he looks back. It was all. But I saw you guys there. It was, there's so much going on with this hospital. Like, what is a moment that you're just like, all right, this is what it's all about? Like, do you have that?
God, which one? Well, here I'll tell a story recently. So we have a lot of advisors throughout the country that work with us at our firm. And I was telling one of a very close friend and broker of ours about how we committed this pledge to Children's Specialized Hospital. And I'm just trying to drum up some more people to come and golf at our outing. And she said, Christine, do you know that my son was treated there? And I had known this story for probably 10 to 15 years about how her son had this really severe illness and was actually in a coma for 2 weeks plus, maybe even longer. He was in the hospital for a really long time. And I knew the story of every part of it, how it affected them. And little did I know that it was Children's that was the place that saved his life. So as I go out into the community and I talk about what we're doing, I can't tell you how many people have said, oh, like my uncle was there in the 60s. We have a young lady here from our firm today, Kate Toby. Her uncle was a patient a really long time ago, and it extended his life. So I think a hospital that's probably not super well known until you get to know it has affected so many lives, and that's what I'm learning.
I want to share something that Gabby's brother told me, and he was like, this last year has been the best year of my life, and it's because of Children's Hospital. So that made me smile because like they're treating the entire family. Because there's a lot of things going on. One, as a dad, I can't imagine when my children needing assistance that I can help. Right? You feel helpless. Right? So the hospital has to treat that, right? Make sure the parents are on par, right? But then also the kids that are there, I'm laughing about the DJ.
Nothing's funny about it.
Yeah, sorry. But then to watch the siblings, I had another scenario where, I'm working with this cookie company, and they're like, we want to get back to the Children's Specialized Hospital because they do so much for the whole family. Like, and I think that's really cool because, like, I always think about that. Like, as a dad, and it may be selfish. Like, if I was put in that scenario, I would be, in my own feelings, I'd be so helpless. And they're here to help.
It's beautiful to see like the families here today that are patients, as a whole, right? How happy they are and what a difference it's made in their life. It's not the same, but we watched our son get blown away in a chopper once, and that was the scariest moment of my life for sure. And it wasn't to Children's, but it was a very similar hospital. And I remember the nurse, as he was taking off the help pad, she said, I gave birth to my baby in this hospital, which was not a Children's hospital. She said, I gave birth to my baby in this hospital. And 5 days later, I had to let her go and get taken away and chopper just like this. And I promise you, this is the best thing that could ever happen to you. This is the right thing for you. I know you can't be on that chopper and it's so hard, but this is the right thing. And I think it's so special to see how a hospital like the one we were at, which is part of the Children's Miracle Network as well, and a hospital like Children's Specialized Hospital in New Jersey, it's the place you need to be. They're going to treat the patient, they're going to treat the family, and it's going to be okay. And I think it's beautiful to see, and even children, that haven't survived their illness, what the hospital, how they made a difference in their life, and the families can actually look back on it with such a positive outlook. It's so beautiful, and you see it because they come back and they volunteer and they continue the mission.
Yeah, what I like is like once you are in, you're in for good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
the family.
Mark, I just love Mark. He's a mentor to all of us, right? Like, he shows us the road path to do good, and good will happen to you. And now you see Jamie and Clean Bro. He's doing the same stuff, similar to Mark. You guys are absolute rock stars. I'm still figuring out, but I try to help as much as I can. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we do nothing. Like, everybody feels like they do nothing.
Yeah,
but
right. But we all do a lot.
Collectively,
collectively,
it's amazing.
Speaking of doing nothing, did you guys play?
Yeah, we went 1-1.
I did nothing. Dave did mostly everything.
All right.
It's always one or the other. We've never played well together, but one of us always carries the other.
That's great. That's great. This is awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
If somebody was listening to this that never donated to the Children's Specialized Hospital, what's one thing you would say to them?
You watch lives change in front of you. So we're very blessed to have 4 kids that are healthy. And we went on that floor and we watched the rehabilitation center and watched all the stories that you've heard. That's great, but really, not dollars matter. That gets the kids the specific equipment, the specific help, one-to-one on the mat rehabilitation for kids, and that's where the dollars come from. Great.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a really good point that Dave made, and I know you're finishing up, but you always think of hospitals as these big organizations that have so much money. Why can't they just buy this stuff, right?
Right.
But that's not how hospitals work. So many hospitals actually work in a negative budget, and so there's little things that make such a difference to these kids, and they just can't buy it. And having a foundation alongside the hospital, the Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation, that's how these kids get those extra things that makes the biggest difference in their life.
talk about making kids be able to walk
Right.
in 3 months faster than they can without.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing.
Like even our honorary highlighted child, Nico's, like he moves a lot more than when I first met him now. From the spider cage, like I was there, he's playing basketball against his older brother. Like, he's gonna start wrestling with Frankie Egger. Just crazy stuff. And none of this happens if we didn't raise some money to get an extra spider cage in Tom's River, so we didn't have to drive 45 minutes.
I hope it's okay I say this. Hopefully I'm not getting in trouble, but from our golf outing, there was a gentleman who wanted to remain anonymous, but wanted to give money directly to Nikos and his family. And when we presented this money to them, Nicole said, he's wanted to play basketball, but he needs a basketball wheelchair to be able to do it. And this money's going to go towards that. So, obviously that's something. How would insurance help pay for something like that, right? But it's the generous donations of people that, what a beautiful, kind man. He wanted to even remain anonymous, that Nikos is going to be able to go out and play basketball with
90%
his
of the
friends.
cost of the Christmas wheelchair.
It's beautiful. So
And now that kid gets to be out and be active amongst his peers.
And it
changes his life.
Yeah, it just goes to show good people that doesn't want to be
There's
known.
There's a lot
and-
of them.
Yeah, that's so cool, guys.
Yeah.
Well, this foundation, I'm lucky to have the West family
We're
in my
lucky
life.
to have
And
you.
I can't wait to watch you guys do some good, and I'm always here to help.
Same.
Anything you need. So,
Thank you so
thanks,
much.
guys.
Thanks, Mike.
We'll be right back. It's the Divide Live on Fox Sports The Gambler.
What do you think you don't want to do? Try this?
Get in the middle.
Guys, I don't want to do this.
Did you play or did you win?
We won the loser bracket.
Nice. I like the way you put that. Yeah, that counts.
It's a win. A win's a win.
A win in the losers bracket. Is that what you said, Carl?
Yeah, we are. Unfortunately.
All right, everybody, sitting down with us, Carl Powers from PC Richard. PC Richard, of course, a sponsor of the Children's Specialized Hospital, the Todd Frazier Pong event today. But less about your sponsorship here and more about the actual beer pong playing. You were paired up with Sean Brace, who's sitting to your right. I'd like to know, combined between the two of you, how many cups did you hit?
Between the two of us?
Between the two of you.
5.
5. Okay, real quick, Carl, how many cups did you hit personally?
I think I hit 5.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I know I won't finish that.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It was. I honestly believe that there was some sort of Reynolds wrap over those cups. Like I was clanking, I was missing, but I was hitting some iron, and I'm like, all right, nothing is falling for me right now.
No, listen. We are so far past college. It just that muscle memory. It's forget about it.
It's a fun game. I need to play more pong.
It is. It is fun. You know what I've noticed though, and I know it's all for a good cause. But there's a lot of elbows over that table.
Yes, and that, when I first started, I was worried. I didn't want to get yelled at. The two guys we were playing against seemed, competitive. So I did not want to do anything wrong, like, bouncing or, anything. I just was like, all right. But I loosened up and I still could not convert one. So I am totally embarrassed. Nice work, Carl, for at least give me some. Don't leave me hanging on the camera. It's already been a bad enough afternoon for me. I kid. What a beautiful day here at the beach. Gorgeous weather.
It is. Good weather, good people, good cause.
Yes.
I feel like everybody's ears have been ringing with exactly why we're here. You guys know what to do. You know how to donate. Next year, buy a ticket and come, guys.
Yes.
Super fun, super packed, but everybody seems to be in a really, really happy place right now.
This is a great spot.
It really is. I tell you, for the Saturday before championship weekend here, or before championship Sunday, I guess I should say, boys. This is a nice little day. Now, let's get into a little bit of sports here.
I like it.
This is a little bit of sports radio, so we might as well talk along with, we'll plug some donations here and there. You got a Dolphins fan, a Jets fan, and an Eagles fan all at the table right now. So there's only one of you that's got some skin in the game. But I want to hear, Sean, you and I talked a little bit off air.
Yep.
Give us, come on, give us your predictions here, Sean.
Look, first of all, I think the Buffalo Kansas City game is a coin flip, but at the same time, I just don't know how you could bet against Kansas City at Arrowhead. So that's where I'm going with that one. Again, people can take the Bills. I thought the Ravens were going to get the Bills. Did not happen. So if the Bills go on the road and beat Mahomes and dethrone him in the playoffs, which he's never lost 3-0, there's only 2 quarterbacks that's ever beaten him in postseason play, Tom Brady and Joe Burrow. That's it. So if you can add your name to that list, go right ahead, Josh Allen. To the Birds, look, the second time they played, if Jalen Hurts didn't get hurt, they were winning that game by like 20 plus. They were ready to blow the doors off them. I definitely think this is going to be a tighter game, but I do believe like they don't have an answer for Saquon. They don't have an answer for that offensive line. So if they stick to the bread and butter, which they're not going to change, and oh, by the way, Jalen Hurts can actually throw a football, which I believe he can, I still feel pretty confident the Eagles will win. And if I think they're going to win, I got to lay the 6. Have to lay the 6.
Yeah, and honestly, and the more I think about it too, just funny things happen when teams see each other 3 times in the year. You know, both teams are more than prepared, but like you said, I don't think Washington's got an answer for that offensive line. I really don't think they do.
It plays well in January, you know. It plays well in January. Plus, also this, you know, he's been on a run. He's a tremendous rookie quarterback, great season. But that's a different monster going into an NFC Championship game environment in Philadelphia. I've been lucky to make the last 2 when Minnesota got the doors blown off them. And then that San Francisco game, Purdy got hurt, but still, I felt pretty good that the Eagles were going to win that game. Like I said, it's just a different animal. It's a crazy environment. Everything is just raised up to another level. So, look, they're playing well, and they're coached well, but defense they lack. And those offensive plays, like they throw the ball, they get Jaden Daniels comfortable. So they throw screen passes, bubble screens. Not to say he can't attack, but the Eagles' defense is pretty damn good as well, number 1 overall this year. Good luck. I just don't see those bubble screens producing like they have, especially against the Detroit Lions last week.
Now, Carl, I think you sent it in the group chat to give us a shout group chat. Was it you that sent it? And Sean, I don't know if you're a superstitious guy here, but Washington fans did go and they did decorate the Rocky statue.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't really ever produce, I don't believe, for the opposing team.
Does not, never does. Yet they make the same mistake over and over and over.
It's very strange when they do that. Yeah, the Minnesota Vikings had a big party on the Art Museum steps. That was no good. 49ers did something. Look, I'm sure there's been a time or two that it's worked against the Eagles whenever they lost the game. But that's not something. Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear.
Now let's move past this weekend. Let's just say your beloved Eagles end up moving on.
Yeah.
And who do you want? Who do you want? You want to play Kansas City? Or you want to play Buffalo?
Either one. I think it'd be awesome to see Buffalo Bills fans, Buffalo get to a Super Bowl. I think that'd be so cool. For 2 weeks, you would tune in.
Yeah.
For the build up, for the lead up. You wouldn't be like nauseated if it's the Chiefs and the Eagles. But if you're asking me, I want to slay the dragon. I want Mahomes. I want Andy Reid. I want Travis Kelce. I want Spags. I want that defense. And, I want them to be staring at the opportunity to win 3 straight Super Bowls and the Eagles to knock them off. And, that's what it's about. And that's what I appreciate about Travis Kelce, because he called that right off the show. He's like, you think I'm scared of anybody? I'll play anybody, anywhere, Walmart parking lot. I love that attitude. That's the way it should be.
That was great. No, listen, that would be a good, nice little rematch, kind of get rid of that holding penalty at the end of the game and change fate a little bit here. But listen, guys.
Double-digit lead at halftime. One of the craziest experiences I could ever remember. The pregame build-up, that halftime part. I had a girl cry. I was playing music at a house party at halftime. This girl's crying. I'm like, this is unbelievable. And then, literally, we're all crying at the end of the game. What is just a wild day that was.
Oh, God. It's just nothing but good football. I remember, I think I made more money betting on that Super Bowl and all those dumb prop bets. Back in the octopus, I remember Jalen Hurts ran one in, scored the 2-point. That was just, I remember, were you there, Mike? Yeah.
That was insane. He always bets those straight. He takes defensive touchdown in every game.
Time. That guy does that.
And it hits.
That corner kicks in soccer. 2 things. And he loved, but listen, he makes money off it.
Yeah, look, it hits. That's what it's all about.
Guys, Todd Frazier, 3rd annual Pong event to benefit Children's Specialized Hospital. We're going to take a short break. What I'm looking at right now, I got to go look. I think that's either triple or quadruple overtime.
I believe it is.
Todd and Mark Montanaro against 2 others. So
real quick, though, before you do that, I just want to thank PC Richards for the 3rd annual time contributed to this.
Yes.
And, if you need appliances, mattresses, TVs, whatever it is, we're family owned and operated since 1909. Come see me.
Yeah, just give them, family owned, meaning give them a call. I can't tell you how many times I've called Carl,
my phone's blowing up right now.
Yeah, it is. Give them.
I need a big screen.
Deal with me directly.
And honestly, best prices around too. I mean, you can't why would you run off to Best Buy or Home Depot or anything like that?
Best prices, best service, best customers.
PC Richards, they contribute. All right, boys,
yeah.
let's go watch this.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't know if you really wanted to plug or not.
I didn't, but you know, Mike's gonna did you do it? This is Mike's thing.
Last season, 2 or 3 seasons ago, it's about like middle. Gotta carry the conversation. That's all I do. You gotta close the conversation.
All right, so guys, girls, we need to pump it up with the auction, the silent auction where we gotta be a little bit better, a little bit better. So we're gonna encourage you all to find something you love. And here's the thing, if there's a piece of memorabilia that you're just paying to have, obviously you're paying more for it, but it's for a reason, right? So you're gonna love it for all time in your possession. And yes, you're probably overpaying for the piece, but that's not the point. This money's going to the kids. So if you're in love with one of these pieces, don't leave here without it. Sum it up. Put it on your bed, or put it on your living bar. If you need to go work an extra shift, do it. You got to be president. Your party's probably going to get better, so just spend it on. Just spend it on. Fight. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Come on. Don't make it happen.
No. On the college church.
And while you're at it, if you want to buy a really expensive wedding package with me, $12,000 will make it happen. It'll be great. Don't worth it. You want to spend $17,000 and a bunch of musicians? We have to sort of like 17 now. And it's good. Yeah, New Year's Eve. I mean, how do we start around second one? 4 years, two for the kids.
My wife wanted another one. We were trying like figure out bullshit happened. And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, one more try. She got some surgery on. Like, we got it. It's great. Like, she got to see what she wasn't supposed to have, but she knows for right now.
There are some fabulous pieces here. These are forever pieces of art for your home. You're leaving here with something fabulous. You're gonna love church. Fabulous. I'm 100% sure we're gonna be selling the Taylor Swift one. But that's okay. We got the 47th president right next to us. I'll take a lot one.
You'll have fun with it.
Yeah. Like, I remember I wasn't miserable in the beginning. Like, still like, holy fuck.
Dude, I had so much fun because she's running around. Because I was not alive.
Shout out to Mid-Spring Balloons and Decor. Amanda, Rapinaki, putting us up with the balloon situation.
I've been dealing with the kids, bro. I've been doing that live.
Wow. No way. No fucking. I'm already like, she'll get the back seat. Get the back seat. This is gonna be like, what? What is it gonna be like fucking program? I am in fucking something. Pick up your fucking pepper and be like, no, shut up. Shit.
So what'd she do?
She won't do it again.
We never like fun. Last year we did. She was like, hold on. That first year I was like, she was born like What did she do? I didn't go ahead.
It's really good what she does. Really good.
No, I don't think like the mic, like I go right.
Sound. I couldn't do it. That's it. With like, dude, come over. You know, get the fucking party, great. Whatever, like whatever you need. I don't fucking worry about anything. It works out well. It does have I was in the shit because, like, yeah, our boss ran out there all the people doing it last year. I moved. Like, everybody likes to do it. So, I give it a call. But they literally, I hired a million.
It's almost like some sort of
All right, let's see what's happening here. Table 11. We got the magic. Oh. All right, here we go. The shot girls, of course. Shot girls, and now we're off to double or triple overtime. Table 11. Exploded rookie of the year. Shot girls are back in trouble. We are killing it here. You guys are amazing. Girls are amazing. We're raising money. Things are looking good. We can be a little stronger with the auction. The auction is going to be getting ready to close down. So the start, make those bids. Pretty exciting. About 30 minutes or so, we're going to get ready. At about 3:45, we're pulling some winners. We're pulling some winners. And yes, there are so many more amazing artifacts. We're going to encourage you to only up and that. All right, we're ready to move on. Hey, go ahead and set. All right, friends, we are here. Table 15, Autoland 2 and Marshmallow. Autoland 2 and Marshmallow.
Let's go, Frank.
Table 16, Illuminate and Jersey Free. All right, moving on to the other side. Table 5, Ian and we still got it. Table 6, Juicy Tits 2, Garden State. We've got the second shot tournament. Table 3, PC Richard and Big Dogs. Table 4, 2 laps, 1 cup, and Montclair. Table 1, Italian Stop and the Picture. Waiting on table 2, with the camera crazies are waiting on the winner of the Shop Girls versus Autoland 1. We are getting down to the Mulligans, absolutely. This is a great time. Mulligans, $50 a pop. $50 a pop, remember. If you don't have one, and you get to the end, and you need one, come on by. We're back, baby. Once again, congratulations for being a part of this amazing day. Annual Frazier Pong Tournament for the children.
Two dads.
Where do you know? J-Mac, can I steal this chair real quick, buddy?
Yeah, I'm just sitting down for a second. My knee and my back are acting up.
Oh, God. What are you out there jumping off the table? What are you doing? You don't give up.
Oh, yeah.
It will sound a little distorted in your headphones. It doesn't on the computer. Great. Stop.
Although I feel like this is the quietest it's been all day.
Yeah,
Great.
Chucky's getting tired.
Is it?
No, I'm stop. Here you go with the criticism again. We didn't even start yet.
You're sitting in between a bald guy and a partly bald guy. I think you'll be okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, that is not.
They're not looking at us.
Any reason
All right. Alyssa, how do you pronounce your last name? Memoli. All right.
Don't worry, Todd got it wrong last year.
What did he say? Memoli?
Yeah.
Memoli. There we go. Memoli. That's easy. Memoli. I got it. Mike, you ready, buddy?
We're good.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
We are sitting down with Alyssa Memoli, President and Chief Development Officer for Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us. We appreciate it.
for being here?
We are happy to be here. We love doing this. It's a good time. Obviously, the energy in the room is fantastic, all for a good cause. You gave an awesome speech, a good introduction at the beginning of this event, just telling everybody about Children's Specialized Hospital. But if you can tell everybody at home, what is the mission of Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation?
The foundation is a philanthropic arm to Children's Specialized Hospital, and the mission is to help children reach their full potential.
Nice. And we've heard after talking or speaking with guest after guest, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. Over 40,000 kids treated in the last year, and it just keeps growing and growing. And I'm a little bit ignorant or naive. I mean, I've only just been working with you guys for at least the last 3 years now, but you've had some staff members, board members that have been working with you guys for 12, 15 years since the 90s. So it just kind of blows my mind that you guys have been around that long, and I'm just hearing about it.
So that's an interesting point. When I came here, I'm here only 3 years, so I'm one of the newest kids on the block. I had worked with the system in my past life at a larger level, and when I was approached to come and meet my predecessor to talk about Children's Specialized Hospital, I've never heard of it. Like, where is it? And I did a quick search and found out they're part of the RWJ Barnabas Health larger system, and I said, okay, so I'll come take a look. And for me, I was looking for my next best place, something that I was really passionate about. And through meeting with my predecessor and talking to people about the hospital, I was interested and wanted to see more. They brought me into our union facility. And that day, there happened to be a bunch of kiddos on the mat with their families and kids. And just the interaction and the love that the therapists were showing and working with those children. I turned and I looked at the gentleman that hired me, and I said, okay, I'm in, get it moving. And I did it sight unseen, not even visiting any other sites or my corporate office.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Great.
It's just, I mean, and that's honestly, you get a little bit of that here, a little bit of this experience just for the fundraising portion and having a good time and for the good cause just keeps people coming back and bringing more people. It's no secret as to why you made that decision after seeing those families and just the work they do at Children's Specialized Hospital.
Yeah, especially with like sponsorships and stuff like that. On average, 50% sponsors don't come back, right? You have a knack, you're giving out to the community, going above and beyond for your sponsors, and they keep coming back, and it's pretty amazing. So from Jamie, Eat Clean Bro, I told Mark Montanaro, like, we all kind of look up to him and say, how could we be that guy? And the West family, they all seem to stick around. It's a community. Jersey strong, like, it just shows how strong New Jersey is. And, it's pretty awesome.
It's amazing. I met Jamie actually 9 years ago at my former job. And within 2 weeks of me starting the position here, they came into the hospital and delivered food for the families. And they said, we're in. And I can't tell you how much they've done. So to your point, talking about the legacy of giving and just staying with it. The West, I met actually 3 years ago at Todd's first Pong event, if you remember.
Yeah, we were here.
And from that day on, all the time, Dave's now on the board. Christine's actively supporting us. They've made it a family affair where their son does fundraisers. Yeah. We have the best donors in the world, like yourself, Mike, that's done a lot for us.
I try to do. I don't have the wallet, but I try to do good.
The hours, I think you put more than a full-time salary in. So
thank you.
So, I mean, and we've heard about the donors. I want to specifically get to these donations. Like, what is the difference that these donations make for the services that they provide at Children's Specialized Hospital?
So I think what I love about here, number one, 100% of every donation is transferred to the hospital. And what we look at, you met Dr. Matt McDonald that leads the organization. Their team is amazing. It was another reason I really wanted to come here. Their innovation and what they do for children with complex medical needs is beyond. But when they look year to year, what they're investing in, where they're going to take programs that are already nationally ranked and expand those, make them even better, also expand access to care. That's where philanthropy becomes a piece of that. So we make a commitment to the hospital every year around budget time, which allows them to plan for what programs they can grow. So it really is a true relationship between the hospital and foundation and planning on how best to service these kiddos. When I came in 3 years ago, they had just completed the capital campaign and went to 15 sites with access to care. And in that short time, just seeing that these buildings are full, right?
Yeah.
There's actually a wait list in some areas for service. And then the extension of what they've done in building centers of excellence.
Right.
It's amazing.
And it's I always say it goes from pork roll to Taylor ham. You know what I mean?
It
The
does.
hospital scales that entire line. And that's hard to do in a state.
Are you
And,
pork roll?
No, I'm pork roll. What are you?
I'm Taylor Ham.
We
I'm a
were
Bergen
getting
County
along
girl.
so well. Is this where our relationship ends?
This might be the first divide.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hence the name. It's about time. Ever since we met the hospital, like we have trouble arguing. Like, but for real, it's amazing. Talking to the West, their experience, it was hard. I tried to wrap it up because Christine was crying. I was getting teary-eyed. I didn't want it, to become a pool of tears. But it's a feel-good hospital. It's really amazing. And what people don't realize is the amount of different treatments you have, like autism. My nephew's very fortunate to be a part of that wing, and it's awesome. He's teaching me stuff, and he sunk more cups than I did today, which is amazing. And then you talk about Gabby, Carly. Now they're being leaders for other kids that are maybe it's their first day at the hospital, and they're meeting these kids, the families, and reassuring them they're in the right hands.
I think that's what I love too. We're not the ones in the foundation that deployed their treatment, right?
Right.
Dr. McDonald and his team. But to have the relationships that we all as foundation staff have with these families that stay with us and grow,
Yeah.
I feel so fortunate and privileged to be a part of their lives. Gabby's turning 16 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Turned it into a fundraiser for children.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a great testament to positivity when you think about what we all go through in the day to day. I look at these kids and it's truly amazing.
Yeah, it's truly awesome. And they were kind of like towards the end of Gabby's year as the ambassador for the Children's Miracle Network. The family was like kind of sad, and I saw you go over to there and like you're still here. Like we're still gonna call you every single day. You're still gonna be a part of this hospital. Thanks for everything you did for this last year. You're not going anywhere. And this year we have Nikos, right?
Yes,
Leading the
yes,
charge.
So Nikos and the Kamashing family was the first family I met when I started 3 years ago. So I met Nikos. He was probably about 3 years old. And so just to see that growth in that time, right, the past 3 years is amazing. To have them as a champion family this year, it's really exciting.
It's so awesome. Saw him in the spider cage. He's killing it.
Yeah.
Playing basketball against his brother and make it just unbelievable shots. It's such an inspiration thing. I know he's thinking about doing wrestling now. So none of that's possible if one, there's not a spider cage locally for him, right? And two, if it wasn't for the Children's Hospital at all. So it's pretty awesome. Given rehab and strengthening muscles in areas that, you wouldn't have gotten that treatment anywhere else.
And to your point, though, I mean, we use the word treatment. Get excited here. We're using the word treatment, and we're not just talking about the patient. We're talking about the entire family, and you guys are one big giant family. And no matter who we talk to, that just seems to be the message. Is when you treat the patient, the whole family is involved. It's tough on these families, and you guys help make it easier. And you also help these kids inpatient services, outpatient services, specialized programs, short-term, long-term. It kind of feels like you do it all. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing work. Having said that, tell people, how can they get involved? How can they donate?
So there's a lot of ways to get involved. We talked about Mike, how he's given numerous hours in the way of service, doing podcasts for us with iHeart and things like your show. It's amazing. That helps get the awareness because I think you touched on the fact that you never heard of children. So
Right.
Did I. So that was the first thing when I came here that I thought was really important. Any awareness that you can get out helps, right? So those families sometimes we hear when they finally come to us is that they struggled and went to numerous doctor's appointments or had a journey before they found children because they didn't know. So that's critical. And then if you go to our website, which is give to the number 2 csh.org, we have a list of our events and all our third-party events that happen. So you met the West, and Jamie's here from eCleanbro. On top of our signature events, we have these passionate donors that are now doing ginormous fundraisers for us. Huge, right? There was 300 people at their gala, 200 at the West Golf outing. That they're just building a huge community for us. So we can bring you into those volunteerism and then also donate. And the money is critical to building the programs that we do here.
Absolutely. Just to recap, guys, it's give the number 2 csh.org. Easiest way. You can do it from your couch, log on, donate, or like Alyssa said, any sort of volunteering, any sort of way to get involved helps as well. Well, thank you so much. This is great.
I just want to touch on one thing. When you're at the top, you're easily blamed. You know what I mean? Your team is so great, and that's a testament to you. You're a great leader. This foundation would not be what it is without you, and it's contagious. So we love you. You have an amazing, amazing team, and I'm so proud to just have you as a friend and call me and order cookies from Peyton. And it's just, I love you guys.
It's the least I could do.
No, it's not.
Thank you for that. But it really takes a team. There's an amazing staff here at the foundation, the hospital. I mean, it's hard not to be passionate about what you do. And we're all really, truly here for the kids. So, united we stand. Thank you.
Of course. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. We're going to spin this camera over to the action so you can see.
Awesome.
We're in the final 4 stages. I know there's some heavy hitters still left. Again, give, donate, help out, create awareness, create your own event, give some money. It's great. Contact the hospital and, do whatever you can to do good for these kids and the families in need.
And last, I would just say, if anybody ever wants to come and visit, please do so. I feel like you can't really put into words what happens behind the 4 walls until you walk in. And I've yet to have a person walk into the hospital and not be forever changed in some kind of way. So again, our information's on the website, and please reach out if you're interested in learning more.
Awesome.
Right.
Thanks, Alyssa.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll be right back.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No, no problem.
I put these on.
Go for it.
All right.
I had the great Jerome on my show, Corey, on Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah. He he streamed in from the shop.
Oh man.
Yeah, I pulled him off of the off the assembly line for a minute. He hopped on. We talked. It was funny because I had my boy Luke, who's our Phillies insider. Who else is that? I forget, it's Jansen or whatever. Of course, diehard Philly fans, and we're talking about the OMG sign, and he's talking about the Nemo walk off, and I could just see Luke like, oh, this is killing me. But he was good, and it was funny because he asked a good question. It was reality too. Sorry, if you want to introduce him first,
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jerome from J Mac Customs. You've definitely, if you followed The Gambler or even the show, you've definitely seen his work. Some of his work is hanging in our studio. Some of his things we've reposted. Beautiful signs, beautiful artwork. I mean, this man custom work for your home. You just give him an idea of what you're thinking, and poof, he brings it to life. And I'm not talking about 3D printer, puts it in a computer. He's literally in there in the shop, making it happen, a true artist. So that's who we're sitting down with. But now,
jmaccustoms.com. Boom. So when we were talking, it was cool because Luke actually did say, he's like, dude, not too many people could say this in life, but like, we're all sports fans, we're all diehards. But like the things that happened with the Mets last year, a lot of, the grimace, but the OMG sign was like a real spiritual booster, a real vibe, like a part of the vibes. The DNA from that team last year was his sign.
Yeah.
And that's pretty damn cool at the end of the day to say that you were a part of the team's process that whole season. So, it stung us to talk about it a little bit because you got the best of us. But bottom line is, that was so cool to watch from afar. Meeting you last year at the Frazier Pong event, the second one last year, knowing the work that you did. And again, the signs are just unbelievable. So it's really cool and great to see good things happening to good people. That's the bottom line.
Thank you. Yes.
Now, it was funny because even like me and Mike would sit there and watch the games, and I mean, you lived it, and I'm sure you talked about this with Sean earlier in the week. But it's like, talk me through what just that was like. I feel like every time I watched the Mets play, that was you, just in the stands with with your sign. Just there he is. There is away game, home game. You were just there.
He's with the owner. He's with the owner. Ho hum.
It was like the ultimate pinch me moment. I took some time after the season to decompress. I mean, not much because people wanted OMG signs. So my website was like overrun with orders, which I'm not complaining about at all.
No.
But the enormity of it as a fan, I think anybody who goes to a game wants to get a head nod from a player every now and again. But that players know my name, to shaking hands with the manager, to the player, Jose, who was the catalyst behind it, to have his rubberized rebound, to be communicating about the things that are happening. It's just so surreal.
Yeah.
It's still like an open moment. But for me, I think like now it's, how do I work that for good? How do I use it to help others? How do I use it to motivate other people? How do I use it to look at 2025 as a fan and still be optimistic after we obviously lost it was in a devastating fashion because I think we all expected the Dodgers to win, but
not me.
How do we run it back? How do we do this again? And honestly, like I've never been so motivated as a fan to be a part of what's happening, and even bringing my family along.
Oh man,
we had a OMG T-shirt giveaway at the stadium, and I was interviewed before the game.
Wow.
During the game, I was on the field yelling out "play ball," which I stole that from a kid, unfortunately. But just all of these different moments that I would have never dreamed to be possible. The Mets made happen because of it. It's great.
So cool. And yeah, what you said about 2025, I think I mean that. Yeah, I mean this. Anybody but the Dodgers. Yeah. Like, I'm a Mets fan next year. I'm a Braves fan. I'm a Reds fan. I'm a Pirates fan. I'm a Giants fan. I don't care. Anybody but the Dodgers, which is pretty cool because if you go back in the history of sports, when you got that villain team, it's fun to root against them. So
Yeah, I mean, that villain team was the Yankees for so many
So
years,
long, yeah.
and now it's all on the West Coast. I
Now
mean,
it's the
and you're
Dodgers.
seeing that more and more sports. The West Coast is just loading up. You see it in basketball now. I mean, no one was scared of the West 20 years ago. That just wasn't happening, and now it's like, forget it. You're right. Anybody but the Dodgers.
Anybody.
Absolutely
Anybody
real.
but the Dodgers. I mean, what they've done, I can't even say they're ruining baseball because they've been themselves as the villain. But they've not just bought players. They made a shrewd move to get Mookie Betts. They got Freddie Freeman a bargain.
Yeah.
The only guy they really like bet the house on was Otani.
Yeah.
But that even came without a bargain because they're paying him on a deferral.
Yeah.
But he's being used now to recruit everyone, and everyone wants to play there. It's a destination. You know what? When you're winning, it's easy to go to a team like that. I look at when Philly started assembling its team, they got Bryce Harper, they got Kyle Schwarber. They turn around and they get JT Realmuto, and players want to play there. They want to play for an organization that has a shot to win year in, year out. It's a good time for baseball. I don't know what the collective bargaining agreement's going to look like in 2 years, but
Well, I
a
hope
lot of games that have to be played.
I hope they do something about the deferred money. Like the Dodgers are playing by the rules right now, but that bothers me. That it just something's got to give there. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to bore everybody with that discussion. It's just you're buying a hamburger now, paying for it next week. It's like, come on, man, what's going on here?
And the backloading, and I know a lot of different sports use that as well, but it's just like to your point, it's by the rules, but come on, what are you doing?
Like what's going on here? And look, California's terrible taxes. That's got to be part of it. Like there's so many things that are playing into it, and I get it. But look, like you said, they're winning. It's a beautiful ballpark, beautiful place to play, great weather, understood. But you know what? If you're going to go out there and pony up and give somebody $600 million, you can't be like, we're going to be paying this for 50 years.
Yeah, no, cash the check.
Like, let's
cash
go.
the check. If you're going to put your money where your mouth is and just throw it
There's
out.
only one player that's allowed for, and that's Bobby Bonilla.
That's right. Did you guys talk on it this week? Like, so how do you feel? Are you excited about Soto? Is it, you know what I mean?
I love the signing of Soto because
you have
he gives so much depth and so much balance in the lineup because he's a home run guy, but he's also a high OPS guy. He walks, he sees a lot of pitches, and he's also communicating with his teammates. So they're going to benefit from him being there. I'm still a little unsure of how I feel about whether or not Pete's going to be back or not. I feel like that's an hour-long discussion, but
yeah, you're right. I mean, truthfully, I think if they wanted him back, he would have been back already. I think they're letting him test the market. If they get money, great. If not, they're going to lowball him to stay on the team.
I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about what he's going to do to a guy like Marquez, who's going to be in like a second year. How does he help Alvarez? How does he help potentially Brett Beatty? If Brett Beatty's going to be our first baseman or third baseman next year. So I think it's a cool time. I mean, he's also going to attract other players in the same vein that Otani's attracting players to LA. We have a corner piece. Not that we didn't have that with Lindor, but we've had the same team for a couple of years now. And I think it's time to shake things up a bit to kind of take that next step.
Well, you got an owner that's not scared to spend.
No, not at all.
And what I like now, great, is where NL East used to be this laughing stock of what team less than 500 is going to end up limping in, and it's just now you have these at least three contenders. You got Atlanta, you got the Mets, you got Philly that are just going to duke it out. Very similar to the AL. You got the Yankees, you got Toronto, even Boston was thrown in the mix, in years past. So Baltimore is up there too. So it's just the Northeast is just loaded with good baseball. And it's refreshing.
It is tough though. It's definitely the toughest sport to win a championship in.
Absolutely.
And then you just look at what Detroit did last year, getting in, winning that series, coming out of nowhere. Look what the Phillies did. Phillies were dominant. Phillies were a great baseball team last year. Then all of a sudden they forgot how to hit.
Mm-hmm.
No clutch hit, no runners in scoring position. And that snapping of fingers, you're going home. So it's so difficult. But guys like Juan Soto are just difference makers. And it's crazy. Like the back of his baseball card already is so filled. He's so young. So he could potentially go down as like the greatest player ever.
Absolutely. He's
Really
on
good.
track.
Yeah.
You can't argue with it. Like you even with like you just hit it on the head, even with his age right now.
His age is stupid.
He could end right now and he's still accomplished more than these guys that have been playing for 20 years. 15 years.
Crazy.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Let's get to real quick while you're sitting down at the table. You made these beautiful trophies for Children's Specialized Hospital Pong event, Todd Frazier 3rd annual. You did that last year. They came back because you do such good work to do it this year. What's it like from your perspective? You're asked to help out in an event like this. People love your work. Obviously, you know, it's also a little bit of advertising for you. You get to walk around, but I'm just saying from your perspective, what was really the thing that kind of, you know, tipped your decision here of saying like, you know what, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do this because of this cause. Like, tell me how you feel about all this.
I feel like it's our duty when we have an opportunity to help. I feel like if you're constantly just doing things because you're getting paid to do it, you're doing things for no reason. Everything that I feel like I've done in life, what I've gotten in life, has been a result of me giving. So when Mike reached out, this is just a relationship we built on Instagram. We built it by being fellow Mexicans. He reached out for the second annual and said, "Hey, would you like to do this? I want to help my friend. I want to help Todd, learning about the organization and the great people of Children's Specialized Hospital and understanding what they do. It's a no-brainer. It feels good to do that. Today, I had a choice between going to Amazing Day at Citi Field or being here, and I'm here because this feels good. This feels like the right thing to do. It's going to help. It's going to help kids, and people get a kick out of seeing the awards and people who were here at the last event. I'm really happy with them. And who knows, maybe next year we even offer them out to each team that also take a token back from being a part of an event like this. So I'm happy to provide that.
That's amazing. Well, we were thankful that you're able to jump right in and help. We really appreciate it. And honestly, guys, anybody that wants to donate to the Children's Specialized Hospital, it's www.give2csh.org. That's give2csh.org. Exciting stuff happening. Championship game coming up. Looks like we got the semis right now. Let's go watch some pong, boys. Thanks, Jerome. That was great.
All right, appreciate it. Appreciate you.
There it is, boy. The other round is for illuminating all that two are in it right now. Winner for the chance against We Still Got
What's going on? Is this semis? Is this like triple overtime? What's Toddy doing over here?
That's the final four. It's Todd versus Illuminate the Night.
Oh man, that's your heart right
That's
there.
my guys.
Those
Those are
you rooting
so
for.
it's Tom's River versus Barnegat right there, just so you know. So I'm going.
Man, that's like West Side Story.
That's
all over
Barnegat,
again.
baby.
Oh,
Those are
geez.
my guys. That's my little league guys right there. So that's Chris and Cody.
Little
Just-
league versus big league, I guess is what you're looking at.
Well, I mean, Chris had better stats than Todd in high school. You can look it
What
up.
about after high school? I don't know.
That's a whole different story. So
Did not have good stats in high school.
no, Chris had better. Yeah, mathematically, and you know, Chris likes to tell people that. I don't know. We could look it up, I guess, in a clipping of a newspaper from 2003. But that's the only way we would figure that out if it was true. So I'm with technically both of my co-hosts. I got
Yes.
Corey from the Divide.
Yes.
Got Zach.
What's up? I think we met.
No,
man.
hey,
Good to
Corey.
meet you.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. It looks like one of us is more fit than the other. I don't want to.
Or two of us are more fit.
I don't want to
It's
compliment
relevant.
myself. No. So you go ahead and get into it. They know about us. Tell them about what you and Zach are doing.
So Zach obviously has been doing some amazing stuff. He started an app. He's been on social media trying to convince people to get healthier, right? Like I think
You're on there, buddy.
Yeah, I
You're
am.
on there.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
in your group,
We're
bro.
going to start, and we're going to it's going to be a great thing in 6 months. Actually, in 90 days, we're saying. Right?
You said 90 days. Are you
90
ready to
days,
be in
you're
the
gonna
best
a totally
shape?
different guy.
He doesn't believe you.
Oh, come on, man.
Listen, I believe you're a good coach. I just, the human body's the human body. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding.
Man, we gotta
He's a health teacher.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But yeah, so obviously, you're a professional wrestler. You care about your body. A lot of your posts, like when you're working out, doesn't come off corny. Sometimes people like wake up at 3 a.m. blah blah blah. Like you really are like just go out and try to be a better version of you from the day before. And I called you one day. I was like, hey, I had this idea, and we've been toying around with it. We want to get it right, but next week we're gonna try to start it off a little bit and see where it takes us.
We are. We're gonna talk a little bit and see where it goes. I think it's a good idea, and I think to your point, it's not about like sounding crazy for ego or social media posts, because that's what you see a lot now. You're in the space, you see a lot of crazy stuff, I'm sure.
Yes.
Wake up at 3 a.m. and cold plunge and stand on your head for 90 minutes and write a journal, and like it's just absurd.
Yeah.
So, or you could do what we're doing and just, overall commit to a better life, and you're going to get longevity out of that, as you know, as you're going to know.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what we can do here. We're going to start a little journey and see where it goes. I think it's going to be a good thing.
We've shopped some funny scenarios, and I'd like to share one because I witnessed it when my brother started working out with you. It was my wife's 40th, and they found each other in the middle of the like one was on one side of the hall, one was on the other, and I watched them find each other in the center and try to figure out what the other one was taking or how they were working out. And I mentioned that to you, and you're like, yeah, man, like I got fit, so like girls would notice me, but it was like I get more guys talking to me about my body than girls.
That's the funny part. You get, you see the memes. It's like,
yes,
when you bench 225, what you think happens, and it's like the girls, and then what actually happens, and it's all the guys. Like, yeah, bro, it's true. It's funny.
It is, and but I like about what it sounds like is you're just taking a realistic approach, and that's gonna kind of what you're trying to shop here is, Zach, is let's be real about this. And I don't mean to throw shade at all at him, because I love him on Instagram, but I want to talk about The Rock real quick.
Sure.
His posts are great. They're motivational. He's in the gym. He talks about getting up at 4 a.m., but also he's a guy that's very successful. So when he gets up, he works out. He probably has a personal chef. He probably has different amenities that we all have. So to take a realistic approach of what we'll call an average person is important, especially when we're talking apps and fitness and social media. And like I tell my kids when I teach health all the time, it's, a lot of these people on social media that claim to be these doctors and these dietitians and these experts are not experts. They don't have anything to their name other than 10, 20, 30,000 followers. So to really be careful about where you get your information. And I think it's almost more responsible that you're taking this realistic approach and showing people like, hey, just be a little bit better, and this is where it's going to take you.
I love the competitiveness right here. Todd is freaking out right now.
This is a big deal. Right?
Yeah. How many cups are left?
Final, right?
And not to sidetrack us, but this is why we're here, right? To raise money, but to also like have fun. So who just won?
Who won?
Nah, Todd looks like he won. Did you win? Oh my God!
I'm not having fun this year. Last year I almost took it home. I came in second.
Yeah.
This year I got knocked out. We're not doing well this year.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
And those were the guys that knocked you out, right? The green shirts illuminate, or no? Maybe.
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
It was somebody with a.
Oh
horrible
no!
name.
Yes. We will. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't even want to say it. It was, you have to have a better name. That was. I'm ashamed to have lost to them.
So yeah, this is not your first Pong tournament.
No,
You've
it's not.
been here, and this is not your first Children's Hospital event. We've seen you with Jamie and Eat Clean Bro at the galas, and all the other events. Like, what does it mean to you to give back, one, to the community, but also to this hospital?
Well, in addition to the health stuff and pro wrestling, I'm on the board of Culture City, so if you're not familiar, Culture City, we raise awareness for those with sensory disabilities.
Okay.
So autism, PTSD, Down syndrome, a lot of veterans. Pretty much anybody with something that is invisible, you can't see it, but we bring them in, and we have
sensory rooms, if we're in a building like this, and it's obviously very loud and chaotic in here, somebody, I'm going to use my stepson Grayson, he's autistic. He gets overwhelmed by things like this. So we create sensory rooms in Culver City where they can go. It's kind of like a quiet room. Go hang out, chill, relax. We have various things in there that they can enjoy and do, and then return to the event if they want to. So we build those over 900 locations in the country, over 2,000 in the world. Right now we are in, I think it's basketball. We're in every major arena, in every major sporting.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I think Philly has one.
Philly has one.
I don't know if it's in
Wells Fargo.
It is Wells Fargo. I don't know if it was the football
We'll
or
help you,
Wells
buddy.
Fargo. but
It's also in Lincoln Financial.
it's in Lincoln Financial as well.
We have a really big one there. The Eagles are a big supporter.
And Citizens Bank had the travel one there. The
Actually,
portable one.
Philadelphia is the first nationwide sensory inclusive, the entire city.
Wow.
Amazing.
The entire city we certified.
It's about time they did something right.
Yeah,
No, that's absolutely fantastic.
yeah. So, and aside from the health stuff, it goes hand in hand, but we support charity as well, which is really important, especially because we have a personal connection and personal ties.
Well, even with the LA fires, like we've been texting, trying to figure out a way.
It's horrible,
We could spread awareness, help, and donate. And my wife's here; she's on the national iHeart team, and
Wait,
I'll introduce you to her. Yeah, not yet. Yeah. She's excited. She's like, "When's this Zach thing start?" I feel like
Yeah, we have to go talk to her. No, but to that point, like exactly, we know so many people that were affected personally by the fires, and any way that we get back, my fiance and I, we'd love to do so. Any way at all. So.
Yeah, you're getting a bunch of like-minded individuals in one spot. That's why we're all here. And like you had said earlier in the day, and Zach, you probably know it's contagious. It's all that lead by example. It goes back to health and working out. You see people working out, you get involved, you get healthier. You see people give back. You want to do what they're doing because it feels good, and that's how the ball gets rolling, and that's why we're all
Get
here.
around people with the mindset that you want to have, even if you don't have it yet. You want to get around those people.
Yeah.
You'll quickly adopt it. So.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's funny that we all run in the same circles. You're here today with Jamie. You picked them up, hopefully.
You know what? We got a driver today. Which
All
is
right,
a good
great, beautiful. No, you should have the amount of good he does. He deserves to have a good time as well, and he does do both. And my favorite thing at his golf outing was he's like, I've proven that you could raise money and not be a dork about it. He's like, should I have said that? I was like, yo, it was awesome. It was right on par who he is and how passionate he is, and just amazing family. Kayla and him are the best yin and yang, because the things he excels at or doesn't excel at, she does, and it's just really cool to see them operate as a business. And it just
He and Kayla are the best.
Yeah,
We love them.
yeah, it's so cool. But
I got to get him over there.
yeah, heck yeah,
You got to be careful. With
it's gonna be a lot of dump, but we might not use. It's a kid show. We just
gotta
remind them
find
that.
him, but he's
But
here.
yeah, I'm gonna recap. See what's going on here. We'll take a quick break. And maybe we'll come back with Zach, Jamie, and a few others.
Thank you, man.
So, thank you, brother.
Talking about Jeanette Stafford. Shades or whatever. Beat them up a little bit. The year before. look twice.
Before we get to the grand final, we've got the second shot tournament finals. And it's happening right here in the middle. We need everybody to start to make their way over to the pong table. We want to make it weird and uncomfortable for the participants. So, crazy versus the big balls. Friends and family, we got one. This is for like the second shot championship. And then right after that, we're going to have the main event. So, come on over, let's gather around. Big dogs, yeah. Table 15, we're right together. So, the big dog versus the Cameron Crazy for the Frazier second shot tournament final. All right, come on over. Let's sit around and make it weird for them. Table 15 is our first championship for the second shot. Correct. You got to give us a shot. Is put together the media for our show today, which is live. We're live. Corey and Mike. Right now, we are set for the first of two finals. Cameron Ladies versus the Dogs. And we're going to have a third place game. for our third place trophy for Illuminate and Juicy Fix Vodka, I think number 2. With the Juicy Fix Vodka lead. Like to do third place, baby. All right, that's our motion. Third table, we're gonna go for that. Third place. We're gonna go to table 1 over here. Yeah. Table 3. 4. 5. What table like this? Go. Let's go. We're playing for it right here. This is the best of the worst of paper. Let's go. Oh, little rig job too. We got the big dogs and the camera crazies. Shoot it out, baby. That's it. It's self-work championship. That's the shit, baby. It's like the fiesta ball. There it is. We gotta get a shot. You gotta give us a shot. You gotta give us a shot. Let's go. You see, take soccer too. Illuminate. Two strong competitors. These teams are back with their going for it right now. Table 4, we got Troy Peanuts. The juicy tip right there. The salt. And taking it to the, taking it early to the movie.
What's up, boys? What's up, man? What's on, Zach? What's up, man? Nice to meet you, bro. Yeah.
All right. All right, what do we got, lady? Is there a camera or is it just a voice?
Camera right there.
All right.
Yeah.
We're coming live.
We are live. We're off and running here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, 3rd annual Todd Frazier Pong Tournament. Frazier made the finals. I got Jamie from Eat Clean Bro right here with me. Zach already hanging with us again. Appreciate you sticking around, Zach.
Thank you, brother.
Just in case we got to bring Jamie in a little bit. You know, I need the big dog right
I know. I just had to pull him off the floor over there.
Jamie.
Zach is doing dry January. Zach is doing dry January.
Yep.
This is a beer pong tournament. I'm not used to number one. I'm not used to playing beer pong sober.
Yep.
I'm not used to playing beer pong at 1 p.m.
Yep.
So I had the bartender. I thought if I did 5 shots in a row, that would get. And I realized after the 3rd shot, this is excessive solution.
Yeah.
But here we are. So I started doing doubles.
Nice.
And the bartender Ben, Jersey guy, they're calling him Steve Jobs. They said he looks like Steve Jobs.
It does kind of look like Steve Jobs.
So
Zach, I am also with you on the dry January wagon, my friend.
Oh, that's it,
yeah,
man. Let's go.
Yeah, we're here. I had the Heineken Zero to make sure I fit in. I'm like, nah, that ain't it. So
There you go.
I'm with the Sprite. I stuck with the Sprite.
Listen, man, it's my first time doing it.
Same.
You know?
Same.
How's it going for you?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Same.
we're 0-2 because Zach wants to be.
Jamie's blaming me. It's all right. It's okay.
You're when you have a couple drinks, you're better at beer pong.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're 100% right.
I agree with that.
100% right.
Jamie, talk to me about Eat Clean Bro. I'd love to hear about it because I see the billboards and all around on the digital side. I've even seen them the billboards on 95. I think when I went to Parks Casino. Eat Clean Bro. How long you been around?
We've been in business over 12 years.
Wow.
We just celebrated. I started meal prepping for my friends in 2005.
Okay.
So I've been doing this for a very long time. Eat Clean Bro just turned 12. And basically, man, here's the thing. This is what I say about advertising. If I come home to my wife and say, baby, I love you so much, I would never cheat on you. The first thing my wife is going to think is I did something.
Correct.
So I do a lot of consulting across the nation for prepared meals. And I'm finding that some of my own competition that are running ads against mine they're taking all of my claims and they're saying they do what I do, but they do not do what I do. So I've always gotten credit for being this bootstrap entrepreneur. I've always found a way to make a big bang. with the small buck. I'm self-funded. So I started Eat Clean Bro with my last $300 out of my buddy's house.
Wow.
Family owned, veteran owned, all the bells and whistles, right? Now I'm up against national competition that's frozen, and I'm having a tough time communicating my message in a way that sounds authentic, because even if you go to the Whole Foods grocery store, if you shop Whole Foods frozen versus Whole Foods prepared fresh is always more money. So on the internet, it's really hard. You could present a Lego mansion next to a real mansion, and you could take pictures and you could hide on the internet and you could put enough lipstick on a pig. I don't know how to articulate to my audience, like, we're fresh. You'll love this food. I mean, Zach has been eating my food for,
well, I was going to say,
how many years?
It's been 6 years. Jamie,
Wow.
I've never seen one person, and Kayla, but this team together and this company, Eat Clean Bro, I've never seen one company just have so much organic, non-paid, true, real support. Because, and you're not going to get that if it's not exactly what he's saying that it is. Eat Clean Bro is the best. The best in the game. And he has so much backing. Him and Kayla and Eat Clean Bro, they have so much backing from, yes, we're his friend and we're going to say things, but that's not true, because every single day we're eating these meals. Athletes, celebrities, the average everyday person, everyone is eating these meals because they're the best that you can eat. And I know it's tough to articulate sometimes, but you have that support for a reason.
And you know, so Zach is Jenny, you know, J-Wow, Jersey Shore, Zach, they're together, fiance. I cooked every meal Jenny ate for Milani and Grayson. Both were Eat Clean Bro meals.
Yep.
I think I helped Jenny. There's so many accolades. Jenny lost like 40 pounds with Eat Clean Bro. Lala. All of my famous friends have a history of success, but also a history of charity. There's so much good stuff that we do. But the thing is, like, you know, Factor 75's got $1 million a day to spend on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like, so I'm just trying to find, when I did my billboards and when I did my initial blitz, I had such an impact. You could not recreate that impact with $100 million. And now I'm at a point where there's so many competitors, and although they've hired me with NDAs as I see what they're doing. Eat Clean Bro, we are insane about hitting the notes. So if you're going to make music or a song, food is an expression, it's poetry. You have to hit the notes, you have to take the time. All of the steps that go into the food are precision, and then it's packaged and it's out the door faster than Amazon. So the food is fresh, it's made from scratch, and it's out the door. And if you want food from New Zealand, that's on the, like, I don't know how to craft my message, where I had a competitor, Kettlebell Kitchen. They were using duress product. They were getting grass-fed beef from New Zealand that was about to expire, and they had a competitive price point. But if you care about the environment, if you care about what you're eating, it was like wordplay. I take wordplay, I take prepared food, culinary execution. I take your money and I try to give you the best bang for your buck, where you're buying a commodity, but I'm giving you the highest bang value ever. And I have a big company. There's like, and now I'm creating standardization to make sure that the value is always there. I mean, hyperinflation was a fucking catastrophic disaster. Gas, meat, everything went up so much. And I'm so grateful for the support. People stuck with me for years. But Eat Clean Bro will always be a value. So it's always affordable, convenient, The original mission statement from 2005 is affordable, convenient, available, all these things. So my mission hasn't changed since 2005.
Again, you're still doing it to this day. I think that speaks volumes, number one. Number two, packaging, everything is there. Obviously, what you said about what goes in, the ingredients, that's the big thing that sets you apart. And also, looking at your website, and I can only imagine it's difficult with every allergy that's out there. And those things are real. And it seems like you have an answer for every one of those as well.
Yeah, so final featuring we took this DJ.
I hope he gets paid by the word. I hope he gets paid by the word.
I told Jackie and Todd they got to do something with this DJ. He's talking too much. But basically,
Brace DJ last time, Jamie, just so you know.
So obviously, Giovinazzo, I'm Italian.
Yeah.
I've always been intrigued by the fact people will be like, well, I went to Italy, I went to Greece, all I did was eat and I lost weight. So I've always been intrigued by the Mediterranean diet. But then there's also blue zones. So there's like parts of Japan, there's parts of Italy, there's parts of California. And there's people that live to 120 years old. So I take from Arnold, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger, the fucking best bodybuilder ever. There is truth to nutrition, and it's timeless information. And there's metabolic health, which are metrics you have to check for health. So I try to take in things that are timeless. I try to apply metabolic health principles. Metabolic health is a number of factors that determine your health, right? Your blood pressure, your weight, your waist, your cholesterol, things like you get your blood panel, things like that. So I try to take the guesswork out of it, give you a valuable meal. So when you eat healthy and you have lean protein and you have a higher protein meal, you're less hungry, your appetite is less. So you're more likely to stay on some plan. And that's what happens with Eat Clean Bro. People aren't used to getting that protein portion. Eat Clean Bro protein portions are 25% more than most of the Fresh and Lean was a competitor I had. They were private equity backed. They beat their employees for 4 weeks, and they were using wordplay. So they were selling frozen food, meals, 280 calories, which on the outside looking in, Eat Clean Bro might look expensive, but if you look at the calories, if you look at the value, my meals are substantially less than, say, a Fresh and Lean, where they were selling a 280 calorie for $9.99. That same meal would be like $24, $25 at Eat Clean Bro. So I always tell people, if you think Eat Clean Bro is expensive, go on Google Eat Clean Bro coupon. And then if you really want to stick it to me, call customer service, complain. We'll give you your money back. First order on the house. That's it. Seriously, that's what they're trained to do. If you're not happy, we give you your money back.
EatCleanBro.com. You guys are running a special right now, a couple dollars off. Of course, I would imagine the new year, everybody, new year, new me. So why not? Right there. There's the answer. There's the starting point right there. EatCleanBro.com.
Yeah, and come to the gala. We got all the you like the Real Housewives, you like Jersey Shore, right, Zach? You're coming. You're gonna be there.
Everybody goes there.
All the Real Housewives
network of support.
Can I share my gala experience?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, it was with you. I just told Zach earlier. I've interviewed A-Rod, Cliff Floyd, Brennan Graham. Never nervous. Interviewing you just because you're such a business guy. Like, I was shaking, dude. You are a rock star marketing-wise. You're a great dude. You make me want to do more for this hospital. And, you have a goal this year of $1 million. And, brother, I will do whatever the hell I can do. I don't got money, but I'll do whatever I can do to help you.
You don't need money. You just got to show up.
That's it.
And as far as me being a businessman, I only know things because I've made so many mistakes.
Yeah. Amen.
And what I explain to my staff is there's knowledge, right? So there's intelligence, there's knowledge, there's wisdom. Intelligence is knowing how to build the rocket. Knowledge is understanding physics, and wisdom is knowing whether or not to launch the rocket. So I may be a businessman and I like to teach people things, but the wisdom I have is from all the mistakes I've made. And I don't want anyone to ever think I'm better than them, because I've made more mistakes and I wish I didn't make so many mistakes. But everything I've learned and everything I share with people is because I've made mistakes that have cost me a lot of money, to be honest. And if there's any way I could help anyone, I want to help them, because money is hard to come by, and I want people to keep their money.
Well, I've seen you help this children's hospital. I've seen you help small businesses. The Italian restaurant with the parking lot issue, you fixed that for him. Made some phone calls. Yeah.
Mark Henry, the
boxer.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a fan.
Do you know this story?
I know it. Do not. Yeah.
So when you open a business in New Jersey, you have to get zoned for approval. So Mark was in Woodbridge for like 20 years, and he bought this building. And then zoning was giving him an issue because there wasn't enough parking for the pizzeria. So essentially zoning reviews traffic patterns, parking, fire escapes. Like, it's a very important job, but they could also like make or break you. So at the time I had a bunch of billboards with out front, and Mark needed to buy the property because there was a billboard. And he's like, I want to buy the billboard. I want to buy the property. I want to put a parking lot here. He's like, can you help me? So for those who don't know, Mark Henry is Frankie Edgar's boxing coach. And Frankie Edgar very closely affiliated with Renzo Gracie. So at the time, I was sponsoring all the up-and-coming fighters. So Mark Henry, Renzo Gracie, Frank Edgar, Eddie Alvarez, Edson Barboza. All these guys loved me because I was kind of feeding all their punching bags. So all these up-and-coming guys, their sparring partners, I was feeding, which was worth its weight in gold because all these well-known guys loved me. So Mark was like, can you get Outfront to sell me? Outfront had Mark by the balls. So I said, Mark, look, I'll try. So I told Outfront, I said, sell my friend this property for the value, because they could have gouged them. Right. I said, if you sell Mark this property, I'll lock in a contract right now for 2 years. I'll buy these billboards for 2 years. Let's go. And the rep was like, let me get back to you. And they sold Mark the property. He got the parking lot, and I saved the day. Let's go. And I bluffed the whole thing. I didn't think I could do it, but it ended up happening. I love it. And to be honest, for the listeners, the billboard campaign that made me famous was 32 million impressions a month. So I was sharing a one-bedroom apartment in Kia Soul with my wife. Six Flags backed out of a huge campaign.
It's a bankruptcy.
It was January 2016. Yep. I had 10 prime boards. It was $3,000 a month for 6 months. 32 million impressions a month. So for $3,000 a month, I got 32 million impressions, and that made Eat Clean Bro famous. That was the campaign between all the celebrities and stuff. Like, I was with some real famous people, but that was the billboard camp. It was Geico, Miller Lite, Eat Clean Bro, all of 2016, and that did it. So I don't think anyone's ever done billboards better than me for the price.
Never.
Like I said, that's how I came to know Eat Clean Bro. Then of course with Powers learning a hell of a lot more, iHeart, all that over the last few years. And of course, hearing a lot about you. Yeah. I appreciate you playing in our golf tournament.
Yeah, and with iHeart, so if anybody's interested in marketing, the Eat Clean Bro billboard was wrong. So it was white with blue letters, which was an eyesore. So my billboard, my billboard was a call to action eyesore, which dude, it's so hard to recreate a call to action eyesore. So between the billboard, so I grew up listening to Elvis Duran. I wanted to be on Z100 so bad. So I did the biggest campaign ever with Z100. $50,000 a month or something. I was so excited. Blue Apron had a $90 coupon next to my Eat Clean Bro ad. The whole campaign flopped, but my billboards never did. So like, would iHeart, obviously Clear Channel, like the out front, the outdoor Clear Channel always helped me. But when it comes to billboards or call to action, I saw call to action, all different types of marketing functions. When you run radio or you do traditional, you want to own it. And I got smoked. That was my big mistake I made with radio.
And you know what? And you said you learned from these mistakes, and that made you who you are, and of course a better businessman to a point. Probably hurt the wallet a little bit as well, but like you said, growing and learning at the same time. Dude, I can't thank you enough for stopping by, making me smarter here, making me motivated. I need to eat cleaner.
We got the gala. We got golf outings.
Yep.
We got Bro Mountain for my birthday.
I like that.
My wife started running marathons, and then we have the gingerbread party. So a lot of times, if you want to give back, the power of showing up is everything. We put on incredible events. If you want to come. There's always my friends are always there. So if you're fans of
Todd
Jersey
just won his
Shore, right?
Did Todd just win?
Todd just won his own
Todd
event.
just win his own event.
Nice.
Todd just won his own event.
He's an Olympian, professional athlete. He should win.
Yeah, he is.
That's fair.
Yeah.
EatCleanBro.com
Eat
events. We want to be involved as much as possible. Power, get on that.
We are.
Zach, thank you very much for hanging out.
My boy is here.
We're gonna get Frazier on here, boys. Thank you for stopping
Yo,
by.
thanks for having
Thanks,
me,
bro.
bro.
Thank you, man.
James, Zach, pleasure to meet you, boys. Thank
I'm
you very
sorry
much.
I chewed all your ears
Oh
off.
no, man! If I could only hear you a little bit better, I think
I
we would
know.
talk more. But like I said, he's getting paid by the word.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're back after this. No.
All right, let's go. Right here we go. Let's make this happen. All of our winners, first and second, please go up my super beat. I want to build on all of you. Look at that place up. After this, bring the boys in. Where's the place through? Are you still here? Let's in the car. Are you in the car? All right, good. You guys. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for the third annual time. We hope to see everybody back here next year. We appreciate all the donations we have. We love you all the time. Have a great rest of the week. Next time. You saw that. Let's go. We are here. Thank you so much for celebrating here. It's all for the kids. God bless you and your families. We love you. Good night. For praise the Lord. Big game! First away the red. Show me how it's video can go. We
So the good news is they can hear you better. The people listening and the recording is better than what it sounds to us. Okay. So don't worry about that. And hopefully the DJ stops playing music soon. But I missed. Did we announce the amount we raised today? You hear it?
No.
All right. So
I
we'll
don't
have
think
to ask
they-
Todd.
Yeah, I don't think they.
But I'm with two amazing young ladies that do a lot for kids and for this hospital. Gabby and Carly. By Lauren. She always gets the best marketing. I heard her vodka announced more than the children's hospital, but we're not going to talk about that on this end. Yeah, we're not allowed. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, talk about, first off, you guys played this year, right?
Yeah, we went 0-3. That's fine, but it's okay. We played better than it sounds on our record.
All right.
We played all the best teams that got one.
Yeah, that's where you got to feel good. At least like my wife was knocked out first round, but it was by the champ Todd Frazier and Mark
We were
Montanaro.
also knocked out by your wife, but
Yeah.
yeah.
in the knockout.
Well, we used the mulligan, and I
Oh.
got it in. And then we went into overtime 3 times. And then Gabby got it again, and we went into overtime again. And then your wife beat us. You got the winning top. And by the time we were done trying, because we had gone on for like 3 times.
That's awesome. Well, the kids won today, right?
Yeah,
Families
for sure.
won. You know, I always like the reason why I care so much about this hospital is like obviously, yeah, they got you back to where you're at, Carly. You guys are both rock stars, leaders, set up for the future to do well. But when I look at your dad, and like, yeah, and just like that, I know he feels good now, right? Whereas like, I know there was a time when you were hurt and he didn't know what to do. And this hospital helped him kind of find that way, find his humor back, and find, it's just been so amazing to hang out with you and your family, and to hang out with you too and talk candy.
I know. I still need to try the Altoids.
Yeah, we got to get them.
They're always
Iconic Candy,
sold.
if you're listening.
Yeah, Iconic
Yeah.
Candy. If you're listening, I'm ready. I keep checking every day, and they're always sold out.
It's sold out. I got one. My wife went to 2 Cracker Barrels and got it, put it in my stocking.
I checked
And mind you, like I helped them. I like literally, like I
the
run their
tangerine
commercials.
ones. That's what I want.
Yeah, yeah.
Tangerine Altoids. Well,
Yeah.
the
retro
sours
sours,
now.
for legal reasons. But yeah, they're gonna do some great stuff with the hospital as well. You met Fireside, who's an amazing guy.
Yeah,
So it's just people coming together to do good. And like every event's different. Like we went to the highest end golf courses where
we were like, what are we doing here?
I told the story today. I was telling somebody, I think that was the West family, and it was like about me hitting the horn.
Oh my god!
Oh, on the golf cart.
So we were on the golf course one night, and they had like just said like you gotta be quiet, whatever. It is silent.
Yeah.
Me and Mike, I'm on a cart with Alyssa, I believe, and Mike's behind us in a different cart. And it was so silent. This guy's, it might have been Ed
He's
McKenna.
going for a putt. Ed
yeah.
McKenna.
Yeah.
I think it was the main golf outing that I think I came
we're all
after, and
together.
you guys were,
Yeah.
and you were like,
He was going to putt, and he just laid on the golf course. Oh my
It's the
god!
worst place to put a horn. And look, I've asked PGA golfers if that's where you should put a horn, and they're like, absolutely not. Like they
where
should-
was the horn? Is it-
right on the left. Like
Yeah,
imagine if
it
like
was
where
on
you
the-
put your
Like a
foot.
pedal,
It
yeah.
wasn't on
if
like
you were
the
to dri-
actual
yeah.
wheel.
Do you drive?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Do you drive yet?
No, I don't.
Thank God. No, I'm just kidding. Because that's gonna make your dad.
Stay off the
That's a
road.
whole nother. We gotta make another foundation for your dad to deal with that when
I
you start
know.
driving. No, I'm just kidding. But it's exactly where you rest your foot while you're driving. Your
Yeah,
left
that's
foot.
bizarre.
And I'm a lefty too, so I'm always moving that foot.
So it
so
wasn't even
funny.
on purpose.
No, I'm not an evil. Yeah, I
thought you did
decided
it
to
as a
go.
joke.
I decided to just go
He
evil
jumped up
that
so
day.
fast.
This whole
Oh,
time I thought it
my
was
face
just like a
was red.
joke that you were
No,
just
and it wasn't the last time I did it either.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so
I did it like
funny.
7 times, and then finally, like your dad went to dad mode and was like, "You're in the back," like,
so funny.
and your brother got to drive.
That was the day I almost crashed the golf cart. The hecklers were there.
Oh, it was nuts. It was, but that golf course, beautiful. The farm.
even the
Uh,
locker room.
Oh my
It's
my
just
God.
me and Gabby
Yeah.
said we can live in the locker room.
It was, and we did.
Yeah, we
Me, your
did.
dad, your brother were in there, just
we were
chilling.
like, we
It-
can eat in here. We
Yeah,
can
so-
in the massage chairs,
the-
everything.
Yeah, the different events and the different companies that come in, become a part of this, but ones that I always notice are a part of it, and that's Eat Clean Bro with Jamie
Yeah.
Mhm.
and our guy Mark Montanaro, who you represented today with
Yes.
Autoland.
Yes, we're Team Autoland.
Mark does a great job.
Our
I think-
record didn't reflect our love for
Well,
It-
Team
it's all
Autoland.
good.
Mark
Well, you
said
technically are a part of the
technically
winning
we're a
team.
part of the winning team.
Yeah, get that trophy, get the
Yeah, we're gonna hang
get
it
some
on
of
our
those
wall.
prizes or something. Jeez, there's a lot of good prizes there. Be like, Mark, give me something. No, just kidding. Look, ladies, you are both amazing leaders for these kids, for women in general. I'm so proud to just help and do whatever I can. You put a smile on my face. I hope my daughter Peyton
Oh, we
grows
love
up
her.
to be as strong as both of you.
I think she's already there.
I hope so. I hope so. It's
Even
my-
though she was too cool to hang out with us tonight, we still love her.
it is my biggest fear, and it's a little less drastic than what your family went through, but she was born in the 105 percentile. I didn't know you could go above 100%
Wow.
in head size, so they took her to CHOP and said she needs to meet a neurologist. We think there's something in her brain. And I didn't sleep they were like, oh, we'll see her in 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks I didn't sleep.
Oh,
At all.
terrible.
And then just to go there, see other families going through traumatizing things, but also to walk into that room to have our doctor say, she's got a big head like her mom. It was the best feeling in the world. I ate for the first time in 2 weeks. So like just to go through that, like I think that's why I connect so much with your dad and just the feeling of being helpless. Like there's nothing you can do. You just got to rely on the nurses, the staff to get your child back to normal or
Yeah.
whatever normal is.
And like I think it also is like interesting. So like for me when I was there, my dad is in medicine, right? So even then it's like you're helpless, right? It's his own kid now experiencing it, and he's a physician, it's like he was powerless in that sense because
And
now
that's the
he can't
worst,
there's
because
nothing
you
he could
know-
have controlled. And so I think it's nice that when you're at the hospital they also include your families in
Yeah.
meetings and everything to keep them fully in the loop because they're already feeling so powerless,
yeah.
and then you include them in your kids' care. And
I mean,
it's-
the last thing you
it's-
want is your child to go through something and you not be able to do
Of
it.
course,
But I
of
think
course.
at children's, they bring the parents onto your side. They take them in as well as they take your child. in.
Right.
Yeah.
So They're
It's a whole family
Yeah.
approach there, and once you're there, you become part of the big family,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
I mean, look at us now. I knew everyone. I came to this. This is my first event last
Yeah.
year, and now I feel like I can't leave you guys. Like
Yeah.
it's sad not seeing
Yeah.
everyone for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah,
I
and
know.
that's the other thing. Like at the potathon, like your dad got a little emotional. He's like, "This is almost over. Like I don't want this to end."
I know.
And Alyssa kind of put her arm around him and was like,
It
"You guys are
doesn't.
part. It doesn't end. Yeah,
It doesn't. I
Yeah.
was saying to Gabby, I've been
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
I was in the first time I was in the hospital was August of 2019, and now it's 2025,
Beautiful.
and I'm still here, and I'm not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
well, thank God you're still here. Kids need you. There's a patient today that it's day one for them, and
Yeah.
they have you two wonderful leaders to look up to.
I'm excited
to get
for
them through that.
the next year because me and Carly get to mentor the little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just
Great.
actually got our new role.
Yeah.
We're gonna be the mentors for the new incoming
Love it.
young new ambassadors to this hospital that haven't done any of this before, and
we're clueless like I was last year.
There's nobody.
I remember last year, like around this time, Gabby texting me, and she's like, "How do you give a speech? Like I don't know." And I was like, "You just do it." I was like, "The more you do it, like."
It was like before the gala, and I was like about to go up, and I'm like standing there. I'm like, there's so many people here. Like, there's so many people that I should not be here. But like, why are there so many people here? How am I going to give this speech in front of a million people? And then there was Mark that came on the stage with me and helped me give the speech.
Yeah.
It really, yeah. I mean, I used to never be able to public speak at all. I honestly hated it, and now but it's different when you're doing it for a cause that means so much to you.
Yeah,
Like you put me in front of my class, and I'm like,
I can't speak. This I feel so natural.
You put
about.
you put us here, and it's like you tell your story. You tell how you're so passionate about this place that gave you your life back, and it just like flows, like it comes right out, and it's because it's true. You mean every word.
Yeah.
And so
The only thing I will share is it's not as easy as you're making it sound right now.
No, but when
Michael
you're
Jordan
speaking-
will tell you basketball is the easiest sport in the world.
Yeah.
You both are amazing at what you do, and I'm very proud to be a small part of that.
Well, we're proud to know you.
We are proud to know you.
Yeah, I
The
talked
Mike
to Kate.
Powers.
Yeah, the
No,
one and
stop.
only.
Stop.
The
There's
one
no
and
D.
only.
It's Mike. No, I just try to do what I can do. Listen, you girls are amazing. Your families are amazing, and let's keep doing good. I talked to Kate. Like, I would love to, have you guys on the mic as much as possible.
Yeah.
Encouraging the kids and
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So we're gonna do some fun stuff this year in 2025. This is just
Oh,
the
we're
start.
ready.
So I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Jamie was very long-winded, and I kept looking back to make sure you didn't leave. And I caught you literally with your coats on. So thanks for hopping on.
Well, thanks for having us.
All right. So if we'll leave on this, I want you both to tell the entire world right now, if they've never donated to the Children's Specialized Hospital Foundation, why should they?
Oh my
You
God,
wanna
there's
go
so
first?
many
I know. That's
reasons.
the best.
You're the
I mean,
reason.
I mean, look, both of us are walking examples.
Yeah.
Literally walking examples who came into the hospital. I mean, I had a spinal cord injury,
brain injury,
and both of us went in there not walking.
Yeah.
And now we're participating in a Pong tournament with Todd Frazier.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not
There's
an
so
example
much
in
hope
itself,
there.
like
there's so much hope and
you,
love.
when
at
we
that
got wheeled, I
hospital.
always say when I got wheeled in, I was in the I think Gabby, you too, right? You were on a stretcher.
Yeah, on a
We both got
stretcher.
wheeled in on a stretcher, and we walked out of there on our own 2 feet. How
Yeah.
often can you say that happens?
And not even like, I mean, I was there for 5 weeks. Think about going
Yeah.
in paralyzed and then coming out 5 weeks later on your own.
Right. I would,
No.
And without children's help, I would be
No.
nowhere. They
And-
kickstarted my recovery
and they
so
help.
much.
They also not only help you physically, but they help you mentally. I mean,
Mentally,
I went
yeah.
in there and I was. You think
So
your
I
life
did
is
not wanna
getting
be
taken
there.
away?
Oh, this is
Oh,
Mark, guys.
Mark
Here he
Montanaro, the
comes.
one and only.
The one and only. This is the guy that actually won the tournament.
Yeah, this is the winner. Yeah, here's your mic.
Here's your mic.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello. So this is the one and only. Come on, you have to say Toyota Autoland.
Mark Montanaro,
But you have
Autoland Toyota,
Autoland
Springfield, New
Toyota.
Jersey. Thank you.
And he is the winner of this
Well,
tournament.
Listen, the kids all were the winners, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
they
We had
really
a lot
were.
of fun today.
We did have a lot of fun.
We really
today.
did.
Sorry, they keep asking for your autographs. The two of you, Team Autoland won. You guys.
We did one. We
You
win.
did. You did great. I mean, Autoland took the trophy this year. We did good.
You got
Hey,
that
coach,
bucket.
come on over here, coach. See, this is Blake Frazier, and he coached us. I mean, you're probably the reason we won it. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna say that?
I mean, You're better than my dad, so.
I know. He's such a good.
Have you ever been to the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your dad does awesome stuff, and your mom too for the hospital.
Yeah.
Great parents.
The only reason why they want him is because of all those mulligans.
Oh, do you believe that? But you know, those mulligans.
The Mulligans went to a good cause.
Those mulligans
Mhm.
went to the Children's Hospital. They
Yeah.
weren't for free. Those were donations. Oh, I think there was like 8. Don't exaggerate. You know what? Get out of here. Your interview's over.
He's such a cute kid. But yeah, Mark is one of the most generous men you'll ever meet. He constantly is supporting this hospital and all of us kids more than anyone I've ever met. So,
You know, Mark, I don't think I've ever asked you this, but how did you first get involved?
oh yeah,
with
that's a
children?
good question.
Well, my best friend in life, when we were high school seniors, broke his neck in our swimming pool, and all of our lives changed forever.
Yeah.
And he passed away last year or 2 years ago.
Sorry.
We have the Physical Therapy Thank You Center in Palms River named after him, Ricky Noyox. His brother and his nephew played today in the tournament. They were the little marshmallows.
Oh, little marshmallow.
They were the marshmallows.
Are you out?
But my wife and I have been a part of the Children's Specialized Hospital and the Children's Miracle Network prior to that for probably 35 years, long before the two of you were ever thought of.
That's accurate.
What stands out to you at Children's?
Yeah, why is Children's the hospital that you live in New Jersey, but out of all the hospitals, you're not that far from say Philly or any what specifically about Children's makes it that special to you?
Well, I think first of all, it's always nice to do something in the community that you're from. We do help the other hospitals, as you know, as well. But what really inspires me, and I'm being dead serious, I'll put the two of you on the spot here. It's the youth like you, and it's the youth like you, Gabby. I mean, you see it in your eyes, even when you were going through what you were going through. You're inspiring your parents. You're inspiring, there were some scary times, but think about it. You navigated through it. You got through it. You're helping kids through it. You're here today donating your time, donating your money, and you're giving kids hope. And if we could leave the world a better place, we're all doing
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
We really are. So
I was talking with Gabby earlier about how, after your miracle year, right? It's like, you go from speaking at every single event, and then you don't have to go to any event. You can, but you don't have to. But everyone does, because we all just love giving back to the place that gave us our life back.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing speaks volumes enough to give. Like, we can't ever give back enough. I always say I'm forever indebted to this hospital. I mean,
I still remember the first time I met you, and I definitely, Gabby, our families actually intertwined, and we never knew it until the gala. That my niece and Gabby kind of grew up a block away.
Yeah. I'm in gym class with his niece.
Oh my God. I actually
Sorry
never
to
knew
hear that.
I love her.
But Carly, and you'll see this year, like last year, we still talk about it. Some of the couples that were at our table, they're still blown away that a 15-year-old came over and just sat down and started speaking to everybody and interacted with everybody, and just like she hung out like she was 26 years old. I mean, and this year we'll all experience that again. The E-Clean Bro Gala, Jamie was up here earlier. I mean, him and Kayla are just amazing human beings. And we look forward to, think about everybody we had here today. We had Dave and Christine from the Fortis Foundation. We had E-Clean, Jamie here from the E-Clean Gala. And I don't want to miss anybody, but we had Ryan Robbins from Fireside, which is really starting to become a big part of it all.
Yeah.
And a lot of volunteers. And the sawmill right here, Mary and the whole team here, they're just incredible.
Yeah, I've never been here before. It's awesome.
Oh, really?
No.
I didn't know that.
I mean, you see, I just look
Well,
out and I
one
can see the
slice of
water.
pizza is bigger than you.
I know.
I said
It's
that.
bigger than my head.
I held it up next to my head. I said, "Oh my God, this is bigger than my face."
Oh, that's
Crazy.
great. So, how did you manage to keep Gabby awake for this interview?
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm saying she's supposed to be the youthful energy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a night owl. I don't know. I like to party at night, and during the day, I sleep in a while, and then I
So I could clear it up for our audience. What our 16-year-old sitting next to me means is like video games, dance parties, things like that.
No, yeah.
Yes.
Like, yeah, last night I went to Chili's. And then I
Wow.
hung out at my friend's house right up here in Orly. And then I went to my other friends in Seaside. And we went in the hot tub and
Nope.
it was nice.
It's a little bit too much information for us.
Yeah.
Okay. No Tom's River North people, right? I'm just asking for a friend.
They're all Tom's River North.
All right. I gotta go. I love you guys.
We love you.
We love you too. Thank you.
Mike, where's Braden? I'm going to talk to Braden real quick on the mic. You want to put the headphones on? What's up, buddy? You want to talk a little closer to the mic? Is that good? All right, cool. How was your first Pong event?
Good.
You were really good.
Yeah.
You sunk more cups than your uncle did.
Yeah.
All right. It's cool to raise this money for the kids, right?
Yes.
What was your favorite part of the day?
Wait.
Playing? Yeah, mine was the pizza. The pizza was really good. Did you get a slice?
I had 2.
You had 2. They're big slices, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out here. You just did something amazing, the polar bear plunge. You want to talk to me about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much money did you raise?
I raised like $260.
That's insane, man. That's insane. That's
Yeah.
awesome. How cold was the water?
It was pretty cold.
Pretty cold, pretty cold.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, today we raised a ton of money, and you were a huge part of that. And as your uncle, I'm very proud of you. You're good on the stock exchange. I noticed that. Bitcoin stock. What's your favorite thing?
XRP.
XRP. You're making your mommy a ton of money, right? That's great, man. I love our chats. I love everything you do. You're such an inspiration to me. So you're gonna do good in this world, man. And I love you, Bray.
Love you too.
All right. Well, we raised a ton of money for the Children's Specialized Hospital, and I appreciate you helping me the entire day. So thank you, Bray.
And thanks for being the biggest fan of the Divide. I appreciate that, man. You've been our day one guy, even though you're on Team Corey. You sent him a gift. Remember that? But we love you, buddy. Thank you.